That long off season is over. August practices have come and gone, and it's time to kick off another season of high school football here in the Mountain State of West Virginia. Welcome inside Black Eagles Stadium here on the campus of South Charleston High School as the Black Eagles are set to host the Mountain State Athletic Conference rival in the George Washington Patriots. Good evening. My name is Jack Withrow, and we are excited you have joined us here on Video Productions as we are set to bring you Black Eagles football all season long. And alongside me, I am joined by my partner, Mr. Brandon Lowe. Brandon, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good. It's good. The high school football season's here. Great atmosphere. Love this new field, by the way. That surface is phenomenal.
It's like a carpet out there.
Yeah, it's great. One of the best surfaces, natural grass surfaces I've seen in the state. So this is a tremendous atmosphere, as it always is, when GW and South Charleston get together. 53rd meeting, I believe, between these two teams. So I'm ready to get this thing going.
Yeah, the Patriots lead the all-time series 29-23. They did pick up a victory last year, 45-30. That was at Steve Edwards Senior Field over the Black Eagles. The first game these teams ever played was, it was way back in 1965.
Yeah.
Before our time. That was played at Watt Powell Park in Canal City.
Yeah.
That's amazing. A 12-6 victory for the Black Eagles in that first meeting between these two rival teams. And these teams did not make the playoffs last year. Both these teams and coaching staff are hungry to get back to the playoffs. Of course, GW at 4-6 last year, South Charleston at 3-7. I know they're excited, and I know you're excited, and I'm excited to get this season started.
Yeah, especially with these, outside of these teams being rivals, you said it, Jack. There's two hungry teams out here ready to get back to the playoffs. And what better start to the season to do it against your rival, so to get this thing started. So it's going to be, it should be a brawl out there. I'm expecting that between two rival teams. And I'm going to start with the trenches. Of course, we'll get to that. But I'm just excited to see these two teams and see where this thing leads.
And you got a chance to talk to Coach earlier this week, and we'll take a look at that right now for the Coaches Show.
Brandon Lowe here with Coach Donnie Mays of the Black Eagles. How you feeling, Coach?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there. It's I'm happy that it's a new football season. It seems like the summer went by kind of fast. How was some of the summer workouts with some of the guys, and what's off season been like, and then your practice, of course?
We had a good off season. We went to a bunch of 7-on-7s, competed in Akron, Ohio State, Western University. Our kids got to get out, get exposure, get a lot of kids recruited, which is the ultimate goal. And then we just rolled over into July and kept lifting and just pushed through the whole off season. And now we're into the grind of everyday football. So it's fun time.
Of course, the excitement, and I was excited, was the new uniforms. It always hypes the kids up. We've talked about it, the inspiration behind the new uniforms. Kind of go into that a little bit for those that don't know about the story of getting those new uniforms and kind of when the kids saw the uniforms, what was their reaction?
Well, we were due for a new set of away uniforms anyway, and it just so happened that some things happened last year tragically to Tyler Harris. So I just kind of looked around at former uniforms that we wore when he was here and kind of mixed up some things and made it kind of modernized. And we've incorporated the charcoal gray into the collar. It's a neutral collar that everybody, you either get white or, gray in your uniform. So we've done that, but our kids love what we're doing, with the Under Armour and they like the new hat, the helmet that we're wearing. So, I think, as far as that goes, that's just about branding your program, and we're trying to build it up from the, ground up a little bit. You go back to 2013 when we first put a game out here on the stadium and look at the field and the setup today compared to where it was. And it's the same thing with the football team. We're trying to make sure that every 4 years that we're putting the product on the field that's good. And we're in that process right now. We've got a bunch of good kids. They work really hard, and I think that we're going to get there. We got some things we got to clean up, but at the same time, I think we're going to get there.
You and I had a conversation that over the past, I would say, couple years, you had a young team, you battled through some injuries, and you and I talked about the maturation process and getting some of the older kids, and now you kind of seem like you do have upperclassmen, some leadership this season. Kind of go into that a little bit.
We're a little older, but we still have a lot of good young players. We have 5 marked as possible starters for us this year as freshmen, and it just goes back to our theory of best player is going to play. It's not about, just being an upperclassman. It's about making sure that you put the best players on the field. Whether they're physically ready and mentally ready, that's up to them. And we're just going to make sure that we go through our roster and make sure that the best 11 get out there at the same time. So, we're just in there talking a little bit about some of the young guys. And at one point, we have 3 freshmen lined up in certain areas. But we're not afraid to do that. We've done this a long time of playing young guys if they need to play, and I will continue to do that if they're better than the upperclassmen. So.
One of those guys that's going to lead your offense, Trey Dunn, a kid that had a good scrimmage, a couple scrimmages there in Nicholas County, and then Sissonville, and then Hurricane. You had that this past weekend. How's he going so far as commanding the offense, and what do you see on Trey?
Well, week 1, it was he was at home, he was relaxed, and he was excited to play, and then he did really well. He went through the progressions, everything that we're talking about, and getting him to do. And then, last Saturday he had a wake-up call, and he understood what high school football is about. It's a little faster, and he got a little frustrated, but he's also calmed down a little bit enough to know that he knows what he needs to do to get better. So I feel really comfortable where we are with Trey, and I think that, as he gets more and more snaps and more games under his belt, his command's going to take over.
What do you ultimately take away as a coach from scrimmages? What is it, just tape? I know a lot of, you're not going to show all your cards in scrimmage work, but what do you take ultimately away from scrimmages?
For one, it's not a score. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think a lot of the people at the Gridoramas and stuff like that, they get too caught up into what the score was and all that stuff. I think what we're trying to do is we're trying to work on a few things. Like yesterday, when we played Hurricane, we really focused on inside zone, and we knew we had some things we had to get cleaned up, and then from film we know what it is now, and so we worked on that a lot. I ran 6 offensive plays, and defensively we just worked our base stuff. We didn't do anything. We weren't out there stunning and going crazy with some combination blitzes and things like that, because we want to see our guys be able to play in space on defense, and then offensively we want to see our guys be able to execute. When you get caught up into the score and things like that, it comes back to bite you in the butt, because one, we have to play Hurricane later in the year. So our kids are going to know what they're about. They're going to know what we're about, but we're also going to game plan, and we're going to scheme it up a little bit and not just go into it and just work on us, we plan to get better every week and use the tools of film and stuff like that to help prepare.
So your opponent, GW, coming into your house, rivals, always a great environment. Fans always show up big for this type of game. You got to show up extra early, of course. What are you seeing so far in the early stages of watching tape and kind of scouting this team this year?
It's a good football team. They're scrappy. They fly to the football. They tackle pretty well, and they're not as big as they've been, but they're just like a group that wants to get 11 hats to the football, and I think that's big. And our kids have to be able to understand that we need to block and make sure that we take control of every opportunity that we get to get the ball in space. And as far as offensively go, it all goes around their quarterback. It's a veteran quarterback. He played for Scott Tinsley at St. Albans, and now Scott's up at George Washington, and so is he. But he's a good player, and he can put the ball down the field. He knows what he's looking for. He knows what Coach Tinsley's looking for. They've been in the same system a couple years together, and they can get things going. And they have a nice receiver. The number 20 is as good as there is around here, and he does a nice job of just wanting the football. And he's willing to lay his body on the line to get it. And our kids are going to have to understand, in order to slow a team like that down, you have to be physical with those guys, and you have to stop them from getting into their routes and our execution of stopping the route is going to help our pass rush. So, I expect them to throw the ball, 40, 50 times a game. That's who they are. Scott's been notorious for that. And but he's also smart enough to game plan the run to make it work against whatever we're trying to do.
On the other side for you, we talked about Trey Dunn, and that's going to be huge for him because this is really the first full. He had some scrimmage work, like you said, but when that crowd comes in, I've seen you guys doing some stuff during practice, but it's really, once that game hits and those those jitters. You want to make sure your young quarterback stays focused. I kind of talked to him about that. What do you do as far as your young quarterback to keep him focused?
Well, I mean, we'll pipe in some crowd noise, probably louder than what we'll get that night, but it's different when you get bodies in the seats. So, he's just going to have to calm down and just focus on what his plan is each snap. I mean, when you talk about, the game of football, it's play-by-play. It's not the final score. But if you focus on each play, then he can have some success. I mean, we've seen it in scrimmages, and we've also seen the other side of it. When he's went into the scrimmages focused, we did all right. When he went in there and he was just all over the place, that's expected. But right now he's got to grow up quickly. I told him the other day I don't want him to play like a freshman. I expect him to play like an upperclassman. So that's putting a lot of faith in the kid because I think he's going to be very, very good at what he does. But it's gonna run through him, and I have no reservation in saying that.
Coach, good luck to your team against GW tonight, and we'll certainly be rooting for you.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
Is your furniture so old the dog has stopped chewing on it? Then you need to get to Charleston Furniture Direct in Nitro. Charleston Furniture Direct does business differently than its competitors. We run a no-frills business in a clean, budget-friendly warehouse, which allows us to offer our name brand furniture 30 to 70% less than other retailers. For more information, search us on Facebook and be sure to check out our reviews.
Welcome back to Black Eagle Stadium here on the campus of South Charleston High School. Jack Wither alongside Brandon Lowe for Black Eagles football all season long right here on video production. And Brandon, this is not the only game going on tonight. Got a few other games around the state. This is the only Mountain State Athletic Conference game tonight. Tomorrow, a whole bevy of games on the schedule for Friday night. Winfield at Hurricane, Cabell Midland, St. Albans, Morgantown at Parkersburg, Riverside at Woodrow Wilson, Wayne at Spring Valley. I think that's actually Spring Valley at Wayne.
Yeah.
I got a misprint there. And then a big one tomorrow night, Johnson Central at Capital. We'll have to keep an eye on that. That's the next two opponents for South Charleston, Capital and Johnson Central, Kentucky. And, of course, Huntington is off this week. Other games taking place tonight. Chapmanville, Sissonville, Class AA clash up at Laley Field. Sissonville got the new turf. It's not ready yet. And then Hedgesville, Washington, a AAA matchup up in the Eastern Panhandle. And then a couple of single-A matchups. Williamstown at Wheeling Central. That's a big game up in Wheeling tonight. And then Madonna taking on Bridgeport, Ohio. Here, like you talked about in the coaches show, you talked a lot about the freshman quarterback, Trey Dunn. We've got some other key players that we're kind of keeping an eye on. Those players to watch. And the players to watch is brought to you by the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And, Brandon, you've got one that you're keeping an eye on tonight.
Yeah, it's no secret about this kid. Everybody's talking about him. He's coming out. Everybody's talking about him being a four-star recruit. Zyke Lawton is. And the thing that he does defensively, of course, he's a monster on that line. That's something that I think is going to be a key based off the fact that GW on the offensive line last year struggled to keep those guys in opposition from getting to their quarterback and getting the running game going. It's going to be interesting to see if GW can contain that defensive line by the Black Eagles. But, yeah, Lawton is just a beast. And then you talk about production on offense. I know you were telling me Donnie May was talking about using him in a run game early and often. So, of course, that'll help out Trey Dunn and that freshman quarterback.
Yeah, Trey Dunn, the freshman quarterback. He'll be joined in the backfield by Zyke Lawton, the junior. 6'3", 240 pounds, of course. Like you said, he's a defensive end. And a lot of colleges are looking at him at that position. But keep an eye on Lawton tonight in that Black Eagles backfield. And he'll be backed up with a lot of Caden Davis. Caden Davis, a sophomore running back. Caden Davis also will be a key player on the defensive side. He'll start at the linebacker position. But I am going to keep an eye on my player to watch tonight is Shiley Kinney. Nice. And keep an eye on him. He was the quarterback the last 2 years here for Coach Donnie Mays. He has now moved out to the slot receiver, so keep an eye on him there. And on the defensive side, also, I'm going to say another player, Romeo Dunham. Dunham, a very fast player. The thing for Dunham tonight, he suffered a broken thumb on his left hand. He is going to play tonight. He's in a soft cast. It's wrapped up on that left hand as I'm looking down on the field at him right now. He's got it wrapped up, and he is ready to go tonight. Both teams are back out on the field. GW got a little head start. They were out here early. I guess they're as anxious as we are to get the season start as we look down onto the field as the coin toss. We'll take a quick break as they toss up the coin in the air and decide who's going to get the ball first, and we'll be back with the kickoff right here at Black Eagle Stadium. You're watching South Charleston football.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Is your furniture so old the dog has stopped chewing on it? Then you need to get to Charleston Furniture Direct in Nitro. Charleston Furniture Direct does business differently than its competitors. We run a no-frills business in a clean, budget-friendly warehouse, which
Welcome back to Black Eagle Stadium, and it looks like South Charleston has won the toss, and they'll defer to the second half, I believe, and they will kick off to the Patriots. And Brandon, we're looking right directly into the sun here at South Charleston High School. As you can see on your screen, folks, the sun is quickly setting. It can't set quick enough for the home side here, and especially us in the press box.
Yeah, certainly. I'm definitely waiting for the sun to go down, but a beautiful, nice little
you couldn't ask
sunset.
for better.
Yeah, over there. But if you don't have to stare in the sun, it's great. I got this window kind of blocking my view a little bit.
Go. South Charleston in the MSAC preseason football coaches poll were picked 6th. Spring Valley at 1, Huntington at 2, Capital Midland, Hurricane at 5, and then South Charleston, and then followed directly behind them is George Washington at number 7, Parkersburg, Woodrow Wilson, Riverside, and St. Albans. Again, that's the Wallies and Wimpeys MSAC preseason coaches poll. And of course, in the Metro News poll, the AAA, Martinsburg on top, followed by Spring Valley. No-brainer there.
Yeah.
And both South Charleston and George Washington also receiving votes in that Metro News Class AAA football poll as we are set to go. And kicking off for South Charleston will be 5'8", 155-pound sophomore Ryan Flowers.
I'm super excited for this kickoff, Jack. I can't wait. Get things started here. Official 2019 season is underway.
And the surface is beautiful as the officials break the huddle there at the 50-yard line and hand the ball over to Mr. Flowers. Black Eagles in the all orange tops with orange pants. They've got the brand new charcoal gray helmets. It's got the SC block logo in black on each side with a black stripe. And George Washington in the away all white jerseys with the silver tops. And we are set to go here. The whistle as Flowers approaches and puts his foot into it. And it'll bounce and check up about the 20-yard line. And the ball is loose. We've got a fumble. And South Charleston jumps on it.
What a start by South Charleston. Nice special teams play. Saw Donnie Mays do a lot of that work in practice. It's paying off on that one, Jack.
And the ball hit the ground and checked up. And I did not see who tried to catch it there for GW. But it looked like Tyson Romiller jumped on that ball. And South Charleston with an early advantage here on a Patriots turnover.
Yeah, can ask for a better start for the Black Eagles. Let's see if the Black Eagles can get some points off that turnover.
They'll start their drive off here. The first drive of the season from the 21, and the give is to Lawton right up the middle. And he'll pick up a few yards.
Nice job following his blocks on that play. Nice push by the offensive line.
The freshman Trey Dunn out there for the Black Eagles. Shiley Kinney out to the right. Quali Turner here to the near side. Again, Lawton lines up a couple yards behind Dunn. The snap back to Dunn. He'll give it again to Zyke Lawton. He'll bring it out to the left side under the 10, the 5, touchdown, wow. South Charleston.
There's my player to watch. First touchdown there for for Lawton, and what a nice blocking also. Following his blockers, nice design play. We thought that the Black Eagles would go to the rushing game early and often, and it is paying off as they cash in the turnover.
So off the turnover, 2 plays, Zyke Lawton takes it in for the first South Charleston touchdown of the season. And now sophomore Chase Edwards to attempt the extra point. Flowers will hold. Ball's down. Kick is up and in for Chase Flowers. So with 11:18 here in the opening quarter, South Charleston takes a 7-0 lead off a GW turnover. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Black Eagles football right here on Video Productions.
All In Auto Solutions is the Kanawha Valley's premier locally owned and operated detail shop. Whether it's the interior or engines, All In Solutions is committed to making your car look like new. Stop by or call today and see how All In Solutions can turn your old beast into a beauty.
Play golf on an 18-hole championship course, including cart, for only $20 at Little Creek Golf Course in South Charleston. Every Tuesday for just $20. Play 18 holes on Little Creek's 6,096-yard layout of beautiful rolling Bermuda fairways.
7-0 South Charleston on top of George Washington here in the early parts of the first quarter off a turnover as Ike Lawton rushing touchdown. And now they're a little...
Oh.
Now the ball is loose once again.
Wow.
And looks like George Washington will recover as David Knox falls on that. Ball hit the hands of one of the up men of the Patriots and hit the turf. Black Eagles had a shot at it, but David Knox comes up with it, and it'll be the Patriots starting off their first drive from their own 44-yard line. And at quarterback is junior R.T. Alexander, 6'3", 175 pounds. Played at St. Albans 2 years ago for head coach Scott Tinsley. Of course, Tinsley now the offensive coordinator. Motion, and they give it. And it's a sweep to the left, and South Charleston right there, and it doesn't look like they've got any yardage.
That was a great job by that shift by the linebackers and the D-line to follow and not fall asleep on that play. You can easily fall asleep and pay more attention to the quarterback on that play.
Like a jet sweep to Brody Thompson, the backup quarterback, sophomore. Alexander all alone in that backfield. 3 to the near side, 2 up top. He'll look back to Coach Tinsley, get his calls in.
South Charleston looks like they're going to blitz.
Snap back to Alexander and a rush in. He'll avoid it, and now a long throw, and that's going to be a flag on South Charleston. And
I got to say, I like the pressure early. I think, obviously, these coaches did see some things on the film with this offensive line, with the Patriots. I think you're going to see a lot of pressure on that quarterback.
Ball was intended for Braden McAllister. And I believe they're going to get an interference. They may, let's see, they'll step it off.
Just a little too early on that play. Didn't look back, lost the wide receiver.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Patriots from the South Charleston 41-yard line. Take a look at that last replay.
Yeah, just a little too early on that play.
Joseph McAllister on the play there, picks up the flag.
Nice hustle, though.
And now we've got, looks like it might be encroachment on the Black Eagles defensive line.
A little bit too much adrenaline pumping through there, Jack, with these players. They're jacked up. Just, use your name on that one.
Again, 3 to the near side, 2 up top. We'll look for Alex Mazellan as Alexander keeps it, and he'll get up the field. And I believe that's going to be enough for a first down for George Washington, just inside the 30-yard line of South Charleston.
Yeah, that time you saw a great push by the Patriots offensive line. R.T. Alexander, of course, patient like he should be on that play and getting him picks up the first down.
Empty backfield with Alexander. Ball on the 29-yard line of South Charleston. Again, the pressure, and he'll loft it up for Mazellan, and there's Shiley Kinney was draped all over him.
Yep, there's your player to watch. Phenomenal job, again, getting pressure by the Black Eagles. I'm seeing it early and often up the middle, and it looks like to the other side as well on that offensive line. They're just having a little trouble containing if you're the Patriots offensive line. Had a nice push on that last play, but I'm seeing it right up the middle. There's a little bit of a weakness there up the middle of the Patriots offensive line.
You got a freshman starting there at the nose guard for South Charleston, and Jason Barrett. So 2nd and 10, Alexander, and again, Barrett right up the middle, and almost an interception for South Charleston. That ball went right into the hands of Donovan Davis, intended for McAllister once again.
Just another great play, again, by Barrett up the middle. Coach is obviously seeing something up the middle of the offensive line. They're going to keep doing it until the Patriots fix it. But, again, just another great pressure there by the Black Eagles defense.
And Barrett, the freshman, 5'10", 225, nose guard. And I've watched him in practice. He is quick.
Very quick. That was a nice play.
3rd and 10, snap back, the handoff, near side, and down to the 26-yard line. As, again, Donovan Davis there, along with Joseph McAllister to make the play.
Looks like there could have been a hold on the right side. The Patriots might have got away with a hold on the right side there, but regardless, South Charleston did a good job of recovering.
4th and a long 5 for for GW. Ball sits just outside the 25-yard line of South Charleston. And they'll go for it. Snap back to Alexander. Pressure on the right side. He has hit balls in the air, and it is intercepted by Joseph McAllister.
What a play by the Black Eagles on that. Again, a pressure on that right side of the offensive line. The Patriots just having trouble containing that defense. I mean, they are really hyped up. You see them hyping up the crowd here, the home crowd going wild, and another turnover by the Patriots. Good job of that defense.
And the pressure coming in from defensive end, another freshman, 6'1", 205-pound Mondrell Dean. Making the hit on Alexander, and the second turnover for George Washington. We take a look at this. Alexander dropped straight back and didn't even see Dean coming. Ball went straight up in the air and into the arms of McAllister.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 20 for the Black Eagles. Trey Dunn. They'll hand off to Caden Davis, and not much room there. They'll get back to the original line of scrimmage.
That time, great pressure up front, or just push back on the D line by the Patriots, and also attacking the running back on that play. Just snipped out the run play. Let's see what the Black Eagles got here on 2nd down.
South Charleston, one of the bigger offensive lines. I totaled them up the other day, over 1,500 pounds. A bad snap, Dunn. He'll gather it up and try to get out, and he'll be sacked in the backfield.
It was the best play of the night so far for the Patriots. A little trouble there getting the snap off. Of course, Trey Dunn. Nice job, though, by Dunn, not trying to make something happen out of nothing. Just taking the sack and, live for another down.
Christian Hustle for the Patriots with the tackle. Brings up 3rd and long. And the ball set at the Black Eagles' 11-yard line. Snap back. Throw over the side and just out of the reach of his receiver. That was intended for Shiley Kinney. That'll bring up 4th down for the Black Eagles, and their punting unit will come out.
I like the call on that one, Jack, to just take a nice deep pass down the sidelines, kind of use Kinney's speed, but it was a great job by the Patriots defense to stay up there and make sure there wasn't a big play on that on 3rd down.
Isaac Isabel back for the Patriots. Bryce Kasdorf will punt for the Black Eagles. Kasdorf, a 6', 170-pound sophomore, snap back, and he'll get it away. Nice punt, and Isabel lets it go, and a very nice bounce for South Charleston, and that would down it around the 44-yard line, and the Patriots will take over again with 7:43 to go here in the first period. South Charleston leading 7-0.
Not sure why he stepped away from that. The Patriots coaching staff not very happy he stepped out of the way. I guess they thought he should have returned that ball. He did have a little space.
DeAnthony Wright now joins Alexander, along with fullback out there, Heath McCormick. Ball is given to Wright, almost a tackle. He breaks it and gets across the 50 and around the 47-yard line of South Charleston. He's driven out of bounds.
Just missed out on that play in the backfield. It looked like a guy was draping all over him, though, but, nice recovery by their running back to get around the corner and get some yardage there.
Haston Pinkerton in the backfield now alongside Alexander. And they stay with the fullback. 2 to the near side to give to Pinkerton, and he'll get maybe a yard, and it might be good enough for the Patriots' first down.
It's like the Patriots are trying to keep this defense from blitzing, trying to establish the run, keep this defense honest, as they say.
It is a first down for the Patriots. 7:22 to go here in the first period. As the sun is setting across the mountain, and everybody here on the home side is relieved about that.
I know I am. This press box was on fire when we first got in here. So
we've got an air conditioner, but even on high, it's not doing what it needs to do. So 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Alexander straight back. And he'll float one over to McAllister and out of the reach of the hands of Braden McAllister.
The one thing I'm noticing out of Alexander, he does have some guys downfield that are getting open. Because of that pressure from the Black Eagles, he's thinking just a little too much as he's dropping back. He had a guy wide open, and McAllister just overshot him. I think that pressure, we talk about that, Jack. You're not making the play in the backfield. You are getting in that quarterback's head a little bit. First game jitters also in this first quarter. But that definitely was signs of that defense getting his head a little bit.
So 2 receivers here near side, 1 to the top. Anthony Wright in the backfield. Pinkerton now a bad snap right past the hands of Alexander, and he'll just fall on it around the 40-yard line.
But the Black Eagles had a chance to get that. I think they might have thought they heard a whistle or something. Maybe they thought that was blown dead for an offsides or false start, I should say.
That's a first game thing right there.
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of, looked like Alexander was not ready for the snap. Maybe still trying to look over to the sideline to get signals. And his center.
It's a great sign for the Black Eagles that there's a lot of confusion right now with the Patriots offense.
So Wright will remain in the backfield. 3rd down. And about 24 for the Patriots. Straight drop back by Alexander. He'll thought about it, now tucks it, and he'll get upfield near the 50-yard line, across the 50, and almost back up to around the original line of scrimmage. And that'll be 4th down for the Patriots.
Great effort there by Alexander to keep his feet on their sideline there. It looked like he was going to go out of bounds, but he kept inside the sideline there. Walked it down there, almost got the first down. It was a nice play by Alexander.
So Shally Kinney will drop back.
Watch out for a fake here.
And it'll be Michael Hughes to punt it. 6'3" junior for the Patriots. Snap is back to Hughes. A little pressure, he gets it away as Kinney kind of fakes out the defense there, and the ball goes into the end zone. So with 5:19 to go, South Charleston will take over. We'll take a quick break. 7-0, Black Eagles lead the Patriots.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Are your Saturday nights filled with boredom? Then let's go play bingo at the Dunbar Bingo Hall. Dunbar Bingo Hall is a local nonprofit organization located at 2605.
Back here at Black Eagles Stadium, South Charleston takes over, and right out of the turnover on the possession, they pass down the left side to Quali Turner, and he's finally driven out of bounds inside the 30, about the 28-yard line, and now flags fly.
You can't be doing that. Crowd doesn't like this call by the ref, but you can't be clapping in the face of a player.
Yeah. So great pass by the freshman Trey Dunn to the 6'3" Turner down the left side. And I believe they're going to get Turner.
They're having a conversation.
Taunting.
Looking at this replay of the nice pass here and catch.
You can see the
Turner.
size of Turner.
Yeah, just
the
unbelievable.
advantage there. And finally
right
driven
here,
out of bounds. And
we can catch at the end, but yeah, that's that clapping in the face. They're going to call that every single time. If they catch you, that's the key,
right,
Jack.
Right. Two officials right there through the flag. So that'll back them up to the 43-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Black Eagles. 5:08 to go here in the first quarter, leading 7-0. Turnover early, right off the opening kickoff for GW led to a Lawton touchdown. Lawton will take it here, and not much room. He'll push forward.
Such a beast.
Inside the 40-yard line. I said not much. He picked up about 4.
Oh, you can't have that. Another.
Now we've got
come on, Lawton.
Extracurricular activities between Lawton and looks like Michael Ray of the Patriots.
You got, if you're a team, no matter who you are, whether you're the Patriots or the Black Eagles, if guys are chirping, you have to be smart because you're costing your team yards.
And this was the issue that South Charleston had in the Gritorama, was the personal foul penalties.
These fans upset, but you just can't push a player. I mean, it's just what it is. This is not what we teach our kids.
So that'll back them up. It'll be 2nd down. Ball spotted just inside the 46-yard line. Tyson Romiller and lines up down to the left. Dunn, he'll keep it. Works his way across the 50-yard line.
Like the call.
There's a design quarterback keeper there for Trey Dunn.
Yeah, I like the call. You know, you put him back there, empty set, spread him out. Defense is thinking you're going to throw the ball down the field because you're at 2nd and 20, and you do a nice little quarterback draw. I like it.
So 3rd and about 12 now. Maybe a long 12 for South Charleston off the 46-yard line. 4:22 to go on a running clock here in the opening quarter. Hayden Davis in the backfield now for the Black Eagles. Snap back to Dunn. He'll roll out to the right. Now he'll fire downfield. And going up and making the catch. Amazing job by Jaden Estep, the freshman.
What a catch. Big time catch there for the freshman. First game. I mean, you can't ask for a better play there, Jack. And that was nice. Big time pickup.
Talking to Coach Mays, and he was talking about the talent that his freshman class has here. And right there, another freshman that makes, freshman to freshman. Dunn to Estep. As we take a look at this replay, as Dunn puts a nice pass, but Estep, nice timing on that.
Yeah, nice
up
effort
and gets
there.
it.
Nice. That's
So first and 10 for South Charleston. Snap back, and they give it to Estep. Near side, and not much room there. As
Late hit.
Priest is there.
Patriots sniffed that one out. Maybe it's a little too long to develop on that play.
Andrew Priest, the 6'3", 260-pound senior left tackle, along with Haston Pinkerton on the stop for George Washington. So to bring up a second down from the 19-yard line.
Bringing their linebackers up, you might have something maybe over the middle and the back end.
Dunn with the snap. Gets pressure, feeds it out to the right side to Davis. He'll get up the field, breaks a tackle, and works it down inside the 10-yard line. About the 7 is where they'll spot him, short of the first down.
Great job by Trey Dunn. He had the pressure coming at him. Freshman could have panicked, could have threw it out of bounds, or maybe take a sack there, finds Davis, and they get almost the first down that play. Big time.
So to bring up a third and about 4 for South Charleston. And they'll check to another play. And they use these boards down here with numbers. And I've not asked them what those are for yet. They give to Davis over on the right side. Nice block by Buckley. And does he get the first down? It's going to be close.
It's like he has it, but we're kind of far away.
See where they spot it as the referee takes a look at it, and now they're going to measure it. Referee Larry McCloy.
Looks like Lawton was limping a little bit. I don't know if that's cramps. It's a little warm out here.
That's one thing you've got to look out for here, especially in the early season. Warm weather, cramping up. They had issues last year at George Washington, and Lawton was one of them that had an issue with it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Nothing too serious. I mean, of course, it looks like they're stretching him out a little bit, so he should be just fine. They're going to come out here for a measurement, Jack, and see if he got the first down.
1:48 to go. Here in the first quarter, South Charleston leading 7-0. 2 turnovers so far for GW in this game. One leading to a touchdown by Zyke Lawton.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's going to remain 4th down.
Yeah, that's been the story of this game so far. The pressure from Black Eagles defense and also the turnovers, one on special teams and one on offensive possession deep in Black Eagles territory.
So Dunn all by himself in the backfield, 4th and short. Man, he's got a big old line. If they can get a little push here, and he'll take it over the left side, and he's got the first down and more as they push ahead down towards the goal line. And that time, the big old guard, the senior.
That was a great
Romello
job.
Taylor, 6'8", 330 pounds, pulling guard. And Dunn shows the patience there, waits for Taylor to get ahead of him, and follows the big guy up the field for a first down.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt there, Jack,
No,
but that was a phenomenal push by the offensive line. GW knew what was coming. He still get the first down, so big-time play.
So first and goal, Hayden Davis in the backfield for the Black Eagles. And they give to Davis, and nothing but green grass, touchdown, Black Eagles.
That was easy there. That was probably going to be the easiest play the Black Eagles have all night long. Now, I might be speaking too early, but what a play by the Black Eagles. And that drive, Jack, how many penalties on that drive? They still step up big. Trey Dunn, freshman quarterback, had a couple big plays. And the freshman wide receiver there, number 13. Is that who was made that play? Or was that 13?
Yep.
Yeah, made the play on that catch. So that was a phenomenal drive there by the Black Eagles.
So Chase Edwards in to try to tack on the extra point, and up, and it's good. And South Charleston takes a 14-0 lead with 1:04 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break. You're watching South Charleston Black Eagles football right here on Video Productions.
Golf on an 18-hole championship course, including cart, for only $20 at Little Creek Golf Course in South Charleston. Every Tuesday for just $20. Play 18 holes on Little Creek's 6,096-yard layout of beautiful rolling Bermuda fairways and plush greens, making it the most picturesque golf course around. And all active and veteran military, along with all first responders, can play for only $20 every day. Little Creek Golf Course, just off Kanawha Turnpike in South Charleston. Details at cityofsouthcharleston.com.
Is your furniture?
Take a look at the replay of this. Caden Davis, 1 yard touchdown and nothing there but green grass for the Black Eagles. Second touchdown of the evening, puts it up 14-0 over George Washington. As Flowers once again approaches it, and a little pooch kick once again, and coming up, and McAllister will grab it this time. He'll work his way over on the left side, and quickly making the tackle is Boomer Sullivan.
Been impressed by the special teams play by the Black Eagles as well. The calls, kind of pooching the kick up, seeing if the Patriots are paying attention, especially since that first play of the game we had, Jack, where the fumble and gave the Black Eagles their first opportunity at a touchdown, which they capitalized on.
The Patriots will take over. They'll start this drive at their own 33-yard line. Under a minute to go here. Opening quarter, 14-0 South Charleston on top of George Washington. Two receivers here near side, two to the far. Snap back to Alexander. He'll get pressure by Barrett. Flushes him out. Now he'll go down to McAllister. Makes the catch. Breaks the tackle inside the 40. Stays on his feet. And finally taken out of bounds by Shiley Kinney.
That was a nice play by R.T. Alexander. That's something we saw when he was playing at St. Albans, being able to get outside the pocket. There was some pressure up the middle, as we've seen all game, but just a nice job by R.T. Alexander to find someone downfield. It looks like he's kind of settling in a little bit.
So 1st and 10 for the Patriots from the 34-yard line. Again, two receivers at both sides. Alexander keeps it up the middle. He'll get outside, now works his way around, and finally drugged down near the 23-yard line. And that's going to be, I believe, good enough for another first down for the Patriots.
Yeah, that was another nice, and we haven't seen it often this game, a nice push by the offensive line by the Patriots. And again, nice patience by R.T. Alexander. Again, it seems like he is settling down a little bit, getting the play calls over there from the sideline. It's been a while since he's played in the state here and getting some things done against an MSAC opponent.
So they'll spot the ball at the 23-yard line. Again, pressure as Barrett flushes him out and ball is thrown. That'll be well out of bounds. And nice job by Barrett. That time kind of broke down and did not let Alexander get out of the pocket.
Yeah, nice job, too. They had a man underneath, so they did cover that as well. Kind of that emergency wide receiver for a quarterback, especially when you have pressure like that. The coaches are going to start calling some underneath guys to help the quarterback out. So just lock down on that underneath wide receiver and then forcing that pressure up the middle.
That'll bring up second down and 10. Again from the 23-24-yard line, right in that area as they look back again, get the signals from the coaching staff, the Patriots. Alexander.
Be another draw play here.
He'll take the snap. Now he'll float it over the middle, and the ball is picked off in the end zone. And that is Romeo Dunham. And here comes Dunham.
Oh.
A flag is down, and that may be a block in the back. But Romeo Dunham broke hand and everything with the pick.
That was an unbelievable pick. Ball was there. Nice recovery. The receiver actually beat his man on the play, and Dunham came over and supported him and got the interception. Look, we talked about Dunham not having maybe some trouble with that hand. And
no trouble
didn't look like he had any trouble. A nice play there by Dunham. Nice return, too. I think we did have a block in the back. Looking to see if we have. Did they confirm it?
Take a look at the replay here. They just floated up top. And both Kinney and Dunham. And I'm thinking the coaching staff probably says, just kneel it down. Take it at the 20.
Yeah, I think he might have had maybe a foot on the 1, so bringing it back out there. But yeah, as a coach, you're hoping that if he's in the end zone there, you want to
with the penalty, they'll back the Black Eagles up to their own 5-yard line. But another turnover on the Patriots. South Charleston would take over. And I believe we've got an untimed down here. Ball is given to Davis. He'll break a few tackles. And nice run by the sophomore, Caden Davis.
Yeah, shoestring tackle there by the Patriots. If he breaks that tackle, he could be off to the races.
Gets it out to the 12-yard line. I believe that's the quarter. And it is, and South Charleston with an early 14-0 lead over the Patriots of George Washington. The Patriots with 3 turnovers in that first quarter. And South Charleston has taken advantage. We'll take a quick break. Again, you're watching Black Eagles football right here on Video Productions.
Is your furniture so old the dog has stopped chewing on it? Then you need to get to Charleston Furniture Direct in Nitro. Charleston Furniture Direct does business differently than its competitors. We run a no-frills business in a clean, budget-friendly warehouse, which allows us to offer our name brand furniture 30 to 70% less than other retailers. For more information, search us on Facebook and be sure to check out our reviews.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian.
Welcome back to Black Eagles Stadium. 14-0 South Charleston on top. That one into the hands of Estep. Ball was tipped away there by Isabel, but Estep had a chance at it, hit him in the hands, and then falls to the turf. Incomplete pass on first down.
Yeah, had a chance there. Broke off. Nice route there by Estep. Maybe a little late as far as turning his head to get the catch, but maybe he'll get something like that down the line there later on in the game. It might open up, and then that'll be a touchdown if he can complete the pass.
So it's 3rd down and 4 for the Black Eagles. Dunn will keep it, and he is wrapped up in the backfield. And
fans didn't like that very much. A little push at the end, a little shove.
And that play never had a chance as the punt team will come back out on the field. Second time they've been on the field again. Bryce Kasdorf, the sophomore punter. South Charleston had a couple seniors graduate, the kicker and the punter. Another nice punt, and that one kind of checks up around the 40 and gets another South Charleston bounce.
Nice punt there.
Be downed by the Black Eagles just inside the 45-yard line. The Patriots once again will take over. And once again in South Charleston territory.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, that was a nice punt. You're in the end zone trying to kick it out of there. It could easily have been blocked or shanked and could have given the Patriots a better field position. I mean, they are in territory of the Black Eagles, but as you pointed out, Jack, the Patriots have moved the ball, but they're just having issues either finishing drives, turning the ball over, or the pressure up the middle and the sides. Again, that offensive line I talked about before the game.
So first down and 10 for the Patriots on the 44-yard line. They get it, handoff in the backfield to Wright, and he is dragged down for a loss. And leave. Caden Davis on the stop, the linebacker for the Black Eagles. So about a 3-yard loss for the Patriots. We'll say to second down and 12.
In front, just having their way. I know I keep saying this, but it's you have to talk about how dominant the Black Eagles have been up front this entire game so far.
Alexander, he'll fake the handoff. And now overthrows Mazellan. Had him wide open. A little pocket there, but sailed it right over top of Alex Mazellan's head.
Yeah, looks like R.T. Alexander's actually coming off the field. We got a new quarterback, it looks like, in the game.
So Brady Adams, the 5'10 sophomore quarterback in there for Alexander, along with Haston Pinkerton in the backfield and D'Anthony Wright. So two running backs along with Brady Adams. He'll drop back, finds a little pressure, and he is wrapped up for another loss.
Nice play again. Pressure up the front of that line as well as on this. I mean, pretty much everywhere. It's like a ship with holes in it, Jack. This water just keeps coming in, and then the ship eventually sinks there. So, again, just a big-time play for the Black Eagles.
Xavier Bosley, the 6'5 sophomore for the Black Eagles, in on that stop. And the Patriots will punt. As Michael Hughes back to punt. Again, Kenny drops back around inside the 15-yard line. Hughes gets it off, and a squibbler over on the right side, and that will stay in bounds. I thought it was going to drop out of bounds, but it does not, and they down it just inside the 35-yard line. So South Charleston will take over with 9:24 to go here in the second quarter, leading 14-0. Zyke Lawton with a 18-yard touchdown run for the first score after a turnover on the opening kickoff. And then Caden Davis with a 1-yard plunge to make it 14-0.
Yeah, again, turnovers have been key in this game. The pressure up on that offensive line with the Patriots. Pretty much been a dominant performance by South Charleston overall. A little bit of mistakes there with maturity, but overall just a great first game so far.
Snap back to Dunn. He'll give it to Davis. There's a big hole on the right side. A flag comes down. And a tackle at the 44-yard line. And I believe we're going to get a holding penalty on the Black Eagles.
Yeah, it's definitely a hold there. Grabbing the jersey on the side.
I believe they're going to get Romello Taylor. And they were talking to him. The big 6'8", 330-pound guard. Take a look at this replay.
What calories do you think this kid takes in a daily basis?
I'm not sure. I didn't see a hold there.
It looked like it at first, but I don't see it on a replay now.
Yeah. Not sure what the officials saw, but they'll step it back. And it'll stay first down for the Black Eagles. And it'll step it all the way back to the 22-yard line. Three receivers near side, a handoff, and nothing there. And the ball is stripped out of the hands of Davis. And a turnover, South Charleston's first turnover.
Yeah, you got to keep a hold of that ball. You work on that in drills and practice. Just a little too loosey-goosey there with the ball.
And it
nice
looked like
play.
he was going down.
Yeah, it looked
almost almost looked like he was down, but the ball popped out.
His knee, I thought his knee went down there, but
of course, there's no replay in. Not yet. You could do it in the state championship now.
Yeah.
But not here. Not yet. So Patriots will take over. Alexander back in, gives it over to Wright, and handoff, and he loses it, and I believe it went right back into his hands.
Wow. Can't ask for a better bounce back into your arm after losing the ball there. Nice strip by the Black Eagles. Almost getting the ball back. Nice effort by the Black Eagles.
Take a look at this. And he was not down, so.
Yeah, he wasn't down.
He was going down and then lost it out. And you got to hold on to that ball. Because when you're going down, defenders are trying to strip it away, and that's what happened. So second down from the 25-yard line, and now whistles.
I have a timeout by GW.
Timeout by GW with 8:23, and we'll take a timeout as well. 14-0 South Charleston leading George Washington right here on Video Productions.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Are your Saturday nights filled with boredom? Then let's go play bingo at the Dunbar Bingo Hall. Dunbar Bingo Hall is a local nonprofit organization located at 2605 Charles Avenue in Dunbar. They're open every Saturday night to the public with lots of great prizes for you to win.
Back inside Black Eagle Stadium, 14-0. South Charleston leading Patriots ball. Alexander, he gets pressure, a screen, and nobody there. I'm not sure. It looked like Wright got caught up in the mix there.
Yeah.
And never could get open. Alexander just threw it to nobody. He's lucky they didn't pick it off again and take it all the way back for 6.
Yeah, that could have easily been a pick 6. It looks like Caden Davis there on the pressure. That was a phenomenal job again up the middle. I feel like I'm going to keep saying this, Jack, but until the Patriots stop that.
Yeah. Well, that was a design screen, so
let it loose a little bit.
Yeah. But freshman Jason Barrett has been living in the Patriots' backfield. Third down and 8. Again, Alexander, he'll get pressure. Nice block by Wright. He'll flush him out to the left side. Get across the 20 and down to the 15-yard line. A nice tackle, hard tackle by Boomer Sullivan. Also in there is another freshman for South Charleston. That's Zach Key's younger brother, Maury Lawton. 6'1", 190-pound freshman, number 22 out there making a play.
Nice play. Boomer living up to his name. Nice little boom on that hit. Nice tackle, too. Could have went for a touchdown if they weren't careful there.
So that's enough for a first down. So 1st and 10 from the 15 for the Patriots. Alexander with Wright to his right side. He'll fake it. Gets pressure, and now a screen to the right side. Ball is caught and quickly taken down. Another fumble.
Looks like they got it.
And let's see who gets this one. South Charleston says it's theirs. And the official agrees. South Charleston ball, another turnover for the Patriots. That's the 4th turnover here in the first half.
You know, you get in these first game situations, you almost can guarantee you're at least going to have a turnover on each side. I'll give you a turnover. We'll call it 2 on each side, but the Patriots have been really loose with football. And then I got to give the Black Eagles a lot of credit, being hungry to strip that ball, being very aware on those interceptions we saw. Just great overall defense by the Black Eagles, getting the ball back after they fumbled the ball away and stopping the drive there in the red zone.
And the funny thing, it was Caden Davis that stripped that one away.
Yeah, that's true.
Redemption for Davis.
Nice play by Davis.
So it'll be first down for South Charleston after another Patriots turnover. They'll take over inside their own 10. Snap back to Dunn. He'll hand it off to Davis. And he'll get a few yards. They'll give him a couple on that first down run.
He hung on to the ball, though. We'll take it.
Gets out to about the 10-yard line. They place it just outside the 10-yard line. Brings up a second down, and we'll call it 6. Snap back to Dunn. He'll float one here near side, and that's got to be a flag. He was all over him, holding him.
Wow. That's a hold and a half.
And no flag there. His intended receiver was Tyson Roemiller. And the defender had his hands all over him, but no flag. So that'll bring up third down and 6.
That definitely looked like a hold. I'm not sure. I didn't have the angle inside. He could have not maybe pulled on the jersey there, but he didn't look back. It looked like he was holding him a little bit.
Just under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. South Charleston leading by 2 scores, 14-0. Back is Dunn. He'll pull it down now, gets ahead, and he'll be shy of the first down. It'll bring up a 4th and 3 maybe. Here's when I tell Coach to go for it.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're a gambling man. I like it. But you're deep here. It looks like they are staying on the field.
So they do stay out there. Maybe he's listening to me. I'm not sure.
2 yards to get here. Let's see if they can get it. The fans look confused. These might drive
hard
off.
Count trying to pull George Washington off. 7 seconds on the play clock as it dwindles down under 5, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to call a timeout.
Yeah.
With 1 on the play clock and 6:09 to go. We'll take a break as well as they take a timeout here. South Charleston leading 14-0 over George Washington right here on Video Productions.
All In Auto Solutions is the Kanawha Valley's premier locally owned and operated detail shop. Whether it's the interior or engines, All In Solutions is committed to making your car look like new. Stop by or call today and see how All In Solutions can turn your old beast into a beauty.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family.
Now South Charleston will punt it away. Asdorf gets it off. And that one will check up around the 46-yard line. And that's where they'll down it. So South Charleston tried to draw Patriots offside. Didn't work. They took a timeout and punted. 6:02 to go.
Yeah, nice job there. Again, a nice punt. But GW, again, living in Black Eagles territory. Just can't finish these drives, can't take advantage of some of these big plays. They are moving the football, but, again, you got to give credit to the Black Eagles defense.
4 turnovers for the Patriots here in the first half. As Alexander back out there at the quarterback position. D'Anthony Wright, the lone running back. 3 receivers up top, single receiver here near side. Snap back to Alexander. He'll stop and throw and complete over on the far side, and I believe that's to Alex Mazzellan.
Is that his first catch of the night?
I believe it is.
Yeah. They've done a great job of containing him. They took a couple shots earlier in the first quarter, but they've done a great job of containing him so far. The pressure has helped out for sure.
3-yard gain for the Patriots brings up a 2nd down and 7. All spotted out just outside the 43-yard line. Three receivers again up top, single receiver down low. Alexander, he'll take it himself. He'll weave around, gets a first down, and finally brought down around the 32-yard line, right there, they'll say the 31, I believe.
was going to say, when they line that running back to his left side almost every single time, I'm sure the coaches might see that Alexander is going option and he's taking the ball himself. They're seeing some success on that side of the offensive line. It's really the strength, I believe, of the offensive line I'm seeing so far.
The first down for the Patriots. From the 31-yard line. Snap back. Alexander looking left. Now finds McAllister. And 3 defenders are right there to wrap him up and know where to go for Braden McAllister.
Great job, Boomer. That was Boomer in on the play again. There was 3 of them there, but Boomer sniffed that one out. That was a nice play.
Brings up a 2nd and long.
I almost got a feeling the Patriots might be trying to bait South Charleston a little bit, bring them in, and maybe to throw something down the field.
Mazellan wide out to the right. 2 receivers to each side. Single back. Alexander drops straight back, and now a flag, and you can see it, and
wow.
He will be sacked all the way back to the 50-yard line. And a couple freshmen back there in Barrett.
And Lawton. There,
and Maury Lawton.
Yeah. Nice play there. Trying to hold him and still got the sack. That's how you know you're having a good night.
So the freshman stepping up big tonight for the Black Eagles so far in this ball game. Take a look at that replay and watch it. Maury Lawton and Barrett relentlessly getting after it. And they meet him at the 50-yard line.
Barrett has just been a monster tonight. He's lived in the backfield, as you said earlier in the game.
So they wave the holding call off. And looks like they're going to spot him. I thought he came down around the 50.
Yeah, I thought that was a little.
We're going to spot him at the 47-yard line. 3rd and long.
I don't know about that spot.
Generous spot for the Patriots. Snap back once again, and here comes Lawton. Ball is swatted down by Bosley. As they were trying to set up the middle screen. And when you're 6'5", you got some long arms, you can swat one down.
Looked like Frankenstein trying to catch the pass out there. But great play, sniff out the screen again. You're going to have pressure on the screen plays, but just nice staying home and swatting it down.
Xavier Bosley.
I would have liked to see him take that, though, and try to run down to the other end, though.
The joke I always was saying about, or to Coach Mays last year, it wasn't until the 7th game that I realized that Bosley was a freshman. He does not look like a freshman, doesn't play like one. As Hughes gets the punt off, and that one's going to check up short. Around the 24-yard line. I believe they're going to spot it around the 22 maybe. So South Charleston will once again take over with 3:43 to go. Still leading 14-0 over the Patriots on the season opener. Black Eagles next week. Another rivalry here in the Valley as they'll head to Lately Field and take on the Cougars at Capital.
Yeah, Capital, there's a lot of question marks there for them since Kerry Martin Jr. made his way up to West Virginia. But there's just a lot of talent still. Chance Knox is their go-to guy, and it should make for a great matchup. It always is when those two teams get together.
So first down for South Charleston. Dunn, he'll take it. Step and floats one, and that one might be a bad pass. He kind of left that one short and intercepted by the Patriots.
Wow.
Upended.
Wow. Oh, you got to. What a tackle, though, that play.
Yeah. Wally Turner with a big-time tackle out there, but a bad pass. Elijah Williams, that was an easy pick.
Yeah, if you're done, though, you gotta shake that one off.
Just kind of left that one short and inside, and knowing Trey Dunn, he's going to beat himself up about that one.
Yeah, just got to shake it off. You're going to make some mistakes.
3:31 to go. So the Patriots get it right back inside South Charleston territory once again. 36-yard line. Two receivers here near side, single up top, straight back. They missed Alexander. He float one, and that one's too far over the head of Mazellan.
He had him. He just overthrew him. That was a nicely designed play, baiting him in with the screen play and going deep over the middle.
Alexander's shown a nice arm, just the accuracy is not there here early in the season.
That, and again, it goes back to just that pressure. I mean, they're in his head. He's been running for his life this entire game. It's tough to get set. It's tough to run your offense when you're constantly running for your life.
Next week, the Patriots head down to Kentucky. Take on Paul Blazer. And a little quick pass and quickly brought down. I think that was Caden Davis on the tackle. D'Anthony Wright.
Nicely designed play by GW. You know, they've been running that draw play with Alexander. A nice little toss pass there. Could have caught them off guard.
Shove pass there.
Yeah, it was nicely designed since they've been coming after the quarterback.
That brings up third down, and looks like about 7 yards to go. Just under 3 minutes on a running clock. Alexander once again finds pressure on the right side. He'll fire it down the middle. Caught, and nice job by Alex Mazellan. And that will be good for a first down for the Patriots, just inside the 20-yard line.
The one thing Alexander does do a great job of, Jack, is he steps into his throws into the pocket when the pressure does come in. He has tendencies to go outside the pocket at times, but he does a great job of stepping up and making throws. Had a couple downfield, of course, we talked about didn't work out for him, but nice job finding him over the middle.
So first and 10, just inside the 20 for the Patriots. Single back, and now we've got a flag.
False start, it looks like.
Again, the referee, Larry McCloy. They sort things out. And I believe it's going to be offsides on South Charleston.
Usually when a whistle is blown that early, it's usually on the offense.
It might have been lined up in the neutral zone. And now McAllister he's going to jog off.
Equipment issues, it looks like.
Looks like Isaac Isabel, 5'10" senior, will come on for the Patriots. So first down and 5 now from the 15-yard line. All sitting just inside the 15, handoff to right, up the middle, and he'll push forward for a couple. Near the first down stick, he'll be shy of the first down. It'll bring up second down.
Kind of grinding out that possession here in the red zone. Handoff up the middle, might be setting up for something. Might go back to either a wide receiver screen or even go back to that draw play with Alexander. Oh, they're going under center, actually. They're going power.
Little I formation now. And Alexander fakes the pitch and keeps it for the first down.
I was half right on that. No shotgun, but it was a quarterback draw.
So it'll be first and goal now for the Patriots. 1:39 to go here in the first half. South Charleston leading by 14. And trying to hold out the Patriots from getting in the end zone here in the first half.
Century, I saw 2 college football games where quarterbacks were going out of the center. I thought I was living back in the 80s, Jack.
Hey, now. Snap back to Alexander, and he'll roll to his right. He's looking. Now he'll float one into the end zone, and that ball is caught for a touchdown. And I believe that's Isaac Isabel.
Got to give it up to the Patriots. They have stayed in this game regardless of the mistakes, and they finally cash in on a drive. They've been living in that territory, the Black Eagles, and finally they caught their stride, made some plays. Nice throw by Alexander.
So Use in to attempt the extra point. And it's up and good, and it's 14-7 with 1:17 to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Black Eagles football right here on Video Productions.
All In Auto Solutions is the Kanawha Valley's premier locally owned and operated detail shop. Whether it's the interior or engines, All In Solutions is committed to making your car look like new. Stop by or call today and see how All In Solutions can turn your old beast into a beauty.
To 7, South Charleston leading George Washington. Alexander touchdown pass to Isabel on the right side of the end zone, used with the extra point. And now tees it up, kick it off with the 1:17 to go here in the second quarter. So that time the Patriots capitalized on a turnover from South Charleston.
Yeah, it's they've had plenty of opportunities. Again, the Black Eagles just did a good job of taking the ball back and stopping them, even deep in their own territory. Sometimes they're in the red zone. Just a good job from the Patriots.
Ball it's loose and finally gathered up as Patriots try to knock it off a up back. And nice job by South Charleston just to get on that one. Take a look at this last touchdown pass. Alexander extends the play by rolling out of the pocket.
Yeah. And
finds Isabel over on that right side.
Nice connection, nice throw, staying calm. Over the course of this game, Alexander has really came into his own.
1:15 to go here in the first half. South Charleston will take over. Start this drive on their own 45. They give it to Davis. He'll punch through for a couple yards up to the 47-yard line as we approach almost a minute to go here in the first half.
Of course, over there on the sideline, Jack, they're still checking out Lawton, Psyche Lawton.
Yeah. Dr. Chad Lavender down on the sidelines, checking him out. Snap back to Dunn. He'll fake it. Now works his way up across the 50-yard line before they bring him down.
Made something out of nothing on that play. Should have had a loss of yards. Good job by Dunn getting upfield, getting a couple yards on that play.
Dunn was impressive this summer at the Rivals camp that he attended. Not only a great arm, but a pretty good speed on the freshman quarterback. And I believe as time is winding down, and I believe that's going to be the last play as Coach Mays brings his team over to the sideline. And that will be the last play of the first half as we go into the locker room here at halftime at Black Eagle Stadium. South Charleston leading George Washington 14-7. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. We'll give an interview with Mr. Tim Britton of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes when we come back. 14-7, South Charleston leading George Washington at the half.
All In Auto Solutions is the Kanawha Valley's premier locally owned and operated detail shop. Whether it's the interior or engines, All In Solutions is committed to making your car look like new. Stop by or call today and see how All In Solutions can turn your old beast into a beauty.
Play golf on an 18-hole championship course, including cart, for only $20 at Little Creek Golf Course in South Charleston. Every Tuesday for just $20. Play 18 holes on Little Creek's 6,096-yard layout of beautiful rolling Bermuda fairways and plush greens, making it the most picturesque golf course around. And all active and veteran military, along with all first responders, can play for only $20 every day. Little Creek Golf Course, just off Kanawha Turnpike in South Charleston. Details at cityofsouthcharleston.com.
Are your Saturday nights filled with boredom? Then let's go play bingo at the Dunbar Bingo Hall. Dunbar Bingo Hall is a local nonprofit organization located at 2605 Charles Avenue in Dunbar. They're open every Saturday night to the public with lots of great prizes for you to win.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience.
All right, we're back here at South Charleston. George Washington, 14-7 is the halftime score. Saw a lot of turnovers in this game so far. You expect that from the first game of the season. And we're watching this band out here from GW do their thing on the field. Joining me in the booth here, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Tim Britton. Tim, it's the first game of the season. What do you think?
Well, it's a beautiful night. It's a great evening for high school football, and it's exciting. I'm excited about about the season here in the state of West Virginia and high school football. But tonight's game, 2 good teams going hard at it.
Yeah, it's I saw a lot of turnovers, as I mentioned, but it doesn't get any better than this. 2 rivals, first game of the season, and these are 2 teams, as Jack and I were talking about, that are trying to get back to the playoffs this year. And I know you do a lot of things with kids around here with the FCA. Kind of talk about some of the things you've done with some of the programs here in the state.
Well, I do FCA mostly here in Kanawha Valley. I go into Jackson County, Wood County, and Logan and Mingo as well, but most focus here in Kanawha Valley. And I do a lot with both George Washington and South Charleston. So I know a lot of the kids. Matter of fact, today before the game, there were kids from both schools. Just asked me to say a prayer for them, and got a chance just to pray for these kids and these staffs, and they do such a great job. These FCA changed my life when I was in high school because of coaches and teammates, and I know what these coaches do, and I know that there's a lot of these kids just struggle with a lot of things, but they're awesome young men. These kids and the parents are doing a great job. These kids are great kids. Just they're just like in anything in life, they're going to have obstacles and stuff. So anything I can do to be a blessing and a help, I enjoy being around.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, you have teams that are rivals, and at the end of the day, it's just competition.
Yes.
It's just a sport. But I always say, at the end of the day, it's about brotherhood. It's about guys getting together, relationships you build that you never forget when you move on in your life. I'm sure you've had those relationships. So why don't you tell me why those relationships are so important?
Well, as I said, there's going to be obstacles in life. And I remember a young man, he was a former player at the University of Tennessee. His name was Inky Johnson. And I heard him say one time, there's going to be adversity in life. There's going to be adversity on the field. It's not so much as what happens to you, but how you respond. And I believe God uses athletics to teach us about life. And we can take the things we learn from the field and use those. When the football field when the games are over, I mean, from midget league to professional, at some point, athletics comes to an end. You hang up the cleats, but life goes on. And I just try to be a blessing and a help with these kids. Just the other day, a kid who was in our FCA at George Washington the last 3 years sent me a text yesterday, just talking about, he thanked me for the groundwork that we helped him and others with at the FCA. He said that at WU it's rough, but he just thanked me for the groundwork. And have kids from all over, and then I've been with FCA going on 6 years now, so I'm starting to hear back from kids that have gone on and moved on and got into college and getting ready to graduate college. So it's a joy to, once you build those relationships, those things continue for life, because it's not just that they graduate and they're on. We're still keeping in contact today.
Join us here at Black Eagle Stadium. We're at halftime. South Charleston leads 14-7 over GW. We're talking with Tim Britton of the FCA. Rewarding job. That's something a lot of people can't say they have. Some people go in a job and they go, it's a job. It pays the bills. But and I think I've done that a time or two on the radio. But a passion behind it, there's something you can accomplish and something you can be proud about. And I would say that's probably your favorite part of this whole thing.
Well, a lot of people don't know that with Fellowship of Christian Athletes, it's a ministry. And so whether it's me or our state director, Keith Tyler, or anybody else, we have to raise our own support. And but God provides.
Yeah.
And the joy of going around and being wanted around people, when you get numerous people saying, hey, can you be at our game on Friday night? And you can only go to one place, but still many people want you. When you get messages on Twitter or Snap or something, the kids are saying, I didn't see you today. I was at another school.
You got Snapchat?
I got well, it was funny. There was some young people at one of the schools I go to, and they asked me about my Instagram and Snap, and I said, what? And they said, give me your phone. So they actually set it up for me. So, but yes, I have that. That's another way of keeping communication with them. But like I said, I know what it's like to be in some shoes of struggling. When I was 15, my mom was diagnosed with cancer and wasn't given long to live, but God placed some coaches and teammates in my life, and that's, like I said, FCA changed my life. So this is my way of trying to give back, because I know what other people did in my life, and I try to want to be that blessing or help in some way. Whatever God gives me the avenue to do, I try to do it.
Yeah, Keith Tyler has been on the radio show several times. Keith's a great guy.
Yes, he is.
Love talking to Keith and getting to know what the work that you guys do, which is tremendous over there at FCA. Let's before I'm going to end it on ask you what your predictions are for the next half. But before we get to that, what are you looking to accomplish? What do you set? Like, everybody has goals. What yet have you looking to further your career, or accomplish more in your career, or things you want to do with the FCA?
I don't think I really have a set goal, because every day is a different day, and every school is a different school. And you just don't know. One day you walk into a school. There's been times I've walked into a school and principal's just pulling his hair out. But, I just, in a moment, just would say a little prayer for him and stuff like that. I just try to take each day as a blessing.
And be there for them.
And
right?
be there for whomever, from principal to a maintenance worker to a student. And again, with Fellowship Christian Athletes, you don't have, it's a club. We're not church, we're a club in the schools. You don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to be an athlete. We just want to create an avenue for people to come in, and you want to share their faith and be faithful, but have a place to come together. And that's what we want to provide. And I just want to be what God has called me to do, and be in the lives of people, because I heard an evangelist speaker one time, Louis Giglio, say, you may be sitting beside somebody that's had the best day of their life, but you also could be sitting beside somebody that had the worst day of their life. Love God and love people. Yeah. We may not know what somebody's struggling with, but bottom line, they're struggling. So my goal is just be a blessing in some way, shape, or form, that when somebody leaves a conversation with me, hopefully they're blessed in some way.
I love it. I'm going to leave you with this. What do you think happens in the second half? You have to give me a score or anything.
Yeah, I do FCA at both schools, so I'm going to tell you what. I'm just praying for no serious injuries and just a great competition and a great game, because these are two great communities, two great schools, and I'm thankful to be a part of both of them.
Tim, appreciate your time talking about FCA.
Thank you for having me on.
Tim Britton, FCA, again, score here at halftime, 14-7 at the South Charleston, up here at South Charleston, and we're going to take a break and get to that now. We'll return here shortly.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Is your furniture so old the dog has stopped chewing on it? Then you need to get to Charleston Furniture Direct in Nitro. Charleston Furniture Direct does business differently than its competitors. We run a no-frills business in a clean, budget-friendly warehouse, which allows us to offer our name brand furniture 30 to 70% less than other retailers. For more information, search us on Facebook and be sure to check out our reviews.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Welcome back inside Black Eagle Stadium here on the campus of South Charleston High School. Halftime between South Charleston and George Washington. Black Eagles leading 14-7 over the Patriots. And a great interview with Fellowship of Christian Athletes representative here, area representative Tim Britton, one of the great guys here in our area that promotes a great cause to our student athletes here, not only at South Charleston, but several schools here in the area. Now it's time for our halftime stats. Halftime stats are brought to you by South Charleston First Church of the Nazarene and Kitty College Daycare, 4923 Kentucky Street in South Charleston. Give them a call, 768-7417, or check them out on the website at www.scnaz.com or over on their Facebook page. Of course, at facebook.com/SC First Naz. Looking at the halftime stats for GW, Alexander, passing-wise, he was 8 of 18 for 55 yards. He had that one touchdown throw there late in the first half. So Alexander, once again, 8 of 18 passing for 55 yards. Rushing, 56 yards. Total rushing for George Washington. Alexander, 38 of those yards coming off his legs. And then DeAnthony Wright with 11 yards for the Patriots. For South Charleston, Trey Dunn, the freshman quarterback, 4 of 8, 73 yards. He did have that interception late that led to a Patriots touchdown. Rushing South Charleston, 45 total yards rushing for the Black Eagles, led by Caden Davis, sophomore, with 8 carries for 28 yards and a touchdown. He had a 1-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. And then Zyke Lawton, before he went out with a leg injury, he had 2 carries, 21 yards, and an 18-yard touchdown for Zyke Lawton. Receiving yards. Again, 55 total passing yards for George Washington. Braden McAllister, 46 of those yards in reception, so he leads the Patriots in reception yardage. For South Charleston, it was Estep. He's got 3 catches for 37 yards, and then Wally Turner with 1 reception for 32 yards to lead the Black Eagles. George Washington with 4 turnovers in that first half. South Charleston with 2. As we take a look down on the field And the halftime stats, once again, brought to you by South Charleston First Church of the Nazarene and Kitty College Daycare. As the South Charleston Black Eagles marching band down on the field, we'll take a listen to them now.
All-In Auto Solutions is the Kanawha Valley's premier locally owned and operated detail shop. Whether it's the interior or engines, All-In Solutions is committed to making your car look like new. Stop by or call today and see how All-In Solutions can turn your old beast into a beauty.
Play golf on an 18-hole championship course, including cart, for only $20 at Little Creek Golf Course in South Charleston. Every Tuesday for just $20. Play 18 holes on Little Creek's 6,096-yard layout of beautiful rolling Bermuda fairways and plush greens, making it the most picturesque golf course around. And all active and veteran military, along with all first responders, can play for only $20 every day. Little Creek Golf Course, just off Kanawha Turnpike in South Charleston. Details at cityofsouthcharleston.com.
Are your Saturday nights filled with boredom? Then let's go play bingo at the Dunbar Bingo Hall. Dunbar Bingo Hall is a local nonprofit organization located at 2605 Charles Avenue in Dunbar. They're open every Saturday night to the public with lots of great prizes for you to win.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience.
Welcome back inside Black Eagle Stadium as we get set to start the second half. 14-7. Black Eagles leading the Patriots of George Washington. Taking a look at some other scores around the state. Here in the Kanawha Valley, a double-A matchup. Sissonville leading Chapmanville 14-0. That's at half. That is at Laidley Field. And then up in the Eastern Panhandle, we've got Washington leading Hedgesville late in the third quarter, 22-14. So that's a couple of scores. One here in the Kanawha Valley, Sissonville leading Chapmanville 14-0. And then Washington leading Hedgesville 22-14 in the third up in Eastern Panhandle. We'd like to thank our sponsors here for South Charleston football. The game ball and the pregame meal, Delegate Andrew Bird. Also the game sponsors, Dunbar Athletic Boosters. They host bingo every Saturday evening over on Charles Avenue in Dunbar. Dutch Miller Auto Group is sponsoring the third quarter T-shirt toss. Of course, the city of South Charleston and Mayor Mullins, Runyon Realty, Snap Fitness, Generations Physical Therapy, and then Charleston Furniture Direct, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and Mr. Tim Britton. And finally, Snodgrass Funeral Home. Again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors for South Charleston football for the 2019 seasons. And both teams are back out on the playing surface. And Brandon Lowe joining me again here. Brandon, interesting first half. Turnovers on both sides. Of course, 4 turnovers for the Patriots, 2 for South Charleston. And both teams capitalizing with a touchdown apiece off of a turnover. So kind of got their break there, took a breath. What do you think we'll see here in the second half from the Black Eagles?
Well, I think when you look at the first half, especially on offense, they did establish a run. It's something Coach told us that he was going to try to do is get the running game going, play a little bully ball front, because I think he felt like he had an advantage at that offensive line and obviously on the other side of things with the defense. But, Trey Dunn's done some things as well as a freshman quarterback coming in here, his first game, varsity football, and I think he's done a great job. He had that one mistake, but, overall, I think you're going to see pretty much you're going to have a little bit of adjustments. But if I'm Coach Mays and I'm this coaching staff, I stick with what's working. Pressure up the middle on the sides, make sure you're containing that screenplay, because you saw the Patriots, a lot of it was, draw plays with Alexander. It was setting up the screens, but they did a great job eliminating downfield passes. So I think if you're the Black Eagles, you just try to clean up some of the turnovers like you saw last year even in this game. Yep. And, try to play a little cleaner in the second half, and you should be just fine.
Yeah, offensively, running the ball, Caden Davis, the sophomore, had 8 carries, 28 yards, and a touchdown. And you've seen spurts where they could open up holes there. Of course, he had that fumble there. The Patriots did not capitalize on that one. But I think they'll continue to work Davis. Of course, Lawton out. I don't the way it looks, he will not be back in, and that's a big loss for South Charleston right now.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
He's got ice on his leg, and he remains down on the training table. So You got to figure he is done for tonight. So a lot of those carries are going to come on the legs of sophomore Caden Davis.
We need to throw out a shout-out real quick, though.
Oh, man, Drew Joseph up in Morgantown.
Yeah.
And the squib kicking right off the helmet of one of the Black Eagles, and I believe they jumped down on it. And that's twice that the Patriots have tried that. And Hunter Withrow, number 44, comes up with it. No relation. I told him in practice he doesn't hit hard enough to be one of my Withrows.
I like that. You might motivate the kid a little bit.
He's a good kid. I like to joke with him.
Channel that Drew
sophomore.
Joseph, maybe.
There you go.
Yeah.
So South Charleston will start the second half, their first drive of the second half from their own 48-yard line. Two receivers here near side, single back. Joseph McAllister in that up back position, and they'll hand it off to Caden Davis on that right side. And nice little push there, and you can see the big guy, big number 74, Mello Taylor leading the way.
Yeah, nice push there again by the offensive line. Again, I said, you need to keep establishing the run. Davis, again, keeping the play alive, keeping those legs churning. Extra effort on that one, nice.
Again, I was talking about how big that offensive line is, weighing over 1,500 pounds apiece. So second down, snap back, fake to Davis. Dunn will keep it here near side across the first down marker and down to the 40-yard line for a nice little gain and a first down for the Black Eagles.
Yeah, nice decision by Trey Dunn. You got to read that play when you're running an option-style type of offense, RPO, air raid, whatever you want to call it these days.
I like to call it air raid here.
Yeah, air raid. I like the decision by the quarterback to keep that one.
It's a nice job by the freshman quarterback, Trey Dunn, as he is set again. And three receivers up top, single receiver down low. He'll give it again to Davis, straight up the middle, spun around, keeps his feet. And now finally the whistle blows. Another nice gain for the Black Eagles on first down.
I love the toughness out of this Davis kid. Just, again, keeping his legs churning, not giving up, not falling down on the first tackle and getting more yards. Got to love the effort.
Caden Davis, his older brother, Donovan Davis, number 4 on the team. Two great kids for Coach Donnie Mays. So it'll be 2nd and 5 now from the 35-yard line. Snap back. Again, the fake, and Dunn will keep it this time, and not much going on. I believe we're going to get a face mask.
Yeah, it looks like he got his face mask pulled back in there on that tackle.
A good defensive effort, and now I believe that's going to be a face mask penalty, and it is, as referee Larry McCloy indicates, and he's the one that threw the flag.
Yeah, another thing I forgot to mention when we're heading back into the second half was the penalties have been huge in this game as well. You've seen a little chippiness, as you expect from two rivals. First game of the season, there's a lot of adrenaline. You're tired of hitting your own guys, but that's the thing too. If you're Black Eagles, you need to keep the penalties to a minimum, and this time was the Patriots.
In that Black Eagles line, the center, number 55, Zach Moore, is 6 foot, 360-pound junior, along with Drake Wagner at 6'4", 330, Romello Taylor, 6'8", 330, Bosley at 280 at 6'5", and then Buckley's little baby, and a big hole there on the left side for Davis, and he keeps churning down underneath the 10-yard line, and they ran off the left side right behind Drake Wagner and Xavier Bosley.
Going fast here.
And I call Buckley the baby. He's only 5'11", 255 pounds. Buckley baby. He's a good one over on the right side at the tackle position. First down and goal to go for the Black Eagles. Snap back to Dunn. Again, Davis up the middle, and he'll get meat by several Patriots. Priest is in there.
Yeah, that time just nothing up the middle.
Anthony Casto.
Just nothing up the middle there that time.
Ben Atkins in there for the stop. Interior line. Defensive line for the Patriots. Brings up 2nd and goal to go. Two receivers near side. They split one way out up top. Kenny in motion. He'll take the handoff right side, makes a move inside to 5, down towards the goal line, and he did not get in close.
Like that play call there. Using his speed, Kenny, the handoff. Love that around the corner. It's like what? Where are they at?
Down at the 2-yard line.
2 yard, yeah.
Looks like it'll be 3rd and goal to go from the 2-yard line for the Black Eagles.
You almost want to go
They
with
have come out
Davis.
and just drove it right down the field. Of course, aided by a face mask penalty from the Patriots. So again, Davis lines up just to the left of Dunn. Snap back, give to Davis straight up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Eagles.
Yep, Caden Davis. Got to reward the guy. He got you there for most of the drive. Great job again up front, and another touchdown for the Black Eagles. Great job in the red zone so far. That's the way you answer coming out in the second half.
So Davis, a 3-yard touchdown run. That's his second of the night. Puts the Black Eagles up 20-7 as sophomore Chase Edwards lines one up. And you can see Edwards, he does not kick off a block like normal high school kickers.
Yeah, that is interesting.
And has never kicked footballs in his life. And he is 3 for 3 on extra points. So it's 21-7 on a 3-yard touchdown run by sophomore Caden Davis. Puts the Black Eagles up 21-7.
All In Auto Solutions is the Kanawha Valley's premier locally owned and operated detail shop. Whether it's the interior or engines, All In Solutions is committed to making your car look like new. Stop by or call today and see how All In Solutions can turn your old beast into a beauty.
Back here inside Black Eagle Stadium, 21-0 South Charleston on top of George Washington. And the Black Eagles take the opening possession here in the second half and drive it right down the field. And sophomore Caden Davis with a 3-yard touchdown run to cap things off.
Yeah, like I said before the break, just a great way to come out in the second half and make a statement and get a touchdown early.
Flowers puts his foot in it now. That'll hit the ground again. McAllister will pick it up, and he is quickly brought down. And that, I believe, is Mondrell Dean.
Nice play.
The freshman. We've called his name a couple times tonight. And Dean with the nice stop on the kickoff team.
I've been impressed by a lot of freshmen we saw tonight, Jack. There's a lot of freshmen. Coach Mays talked about that, as we said in the coaches show.
Take a look at that last touchdown by Davis. A nice blocking up front as he gets into the end zone 3 yards out. 3 receivers here near side for George Washington as they'll start their first possession of the second half, down 21-7. Snap back quickly over to Mazzellin, and he is wrapped up, but that is Romeo Dunham there. And again, he is playing with that cast on his left arm, and now he's going to come out, and I believe
is that his other hand?
It might be his other hand.
That's tough. Nice play there by Dunham. Hopefully he's okay. Seems to be in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he is. Just give it to him.
Might have stubbed it. He looks like
just
he's
stubbed his shoulder. Now he's kind of looks like he might be walking it off. Let's see what he does.
Stinger maybe.
So second down and 12 for the Patriots. And now we've got flags and a delay of game. Again, this year, I believe it's a new rule on that play clock.
Right, yeah.
When the ball is stopped, the 40-second clock starts.
That's right.
And I could get this wrong some.
Well, Andy McPherson joined me on the podcast I do, and he kind of explained that. Yeah, it's
good old Andy.
Yeah, did that You're right about that. It's the clock and roll as well. It's kind of the college rule where they just roll the clock. So yeah, there's a difference there with the game, the play clock, which is something we try to educate everybody on because the fans see that and they're wondering what the heck's
a little
going
bit
on,
different
so.
this year.
Yeah.
So they reset it at 40 seconds now, and instead of, and I believe it's maybe a timeout. It's a 20. It goes to 25.
Yeah, 25 at a timeout. Yep, that's right.
21-0 here at Black Eagle Stadium. South Charleston leading George Washington again. South Charleston picked by the coaches for the MSAC. They were picked 6th in that coaches poll. Brought to you by Wally's and Wimpy's. Spring Valley at number 1, followed by Huntington, Cabell Midland, and then Hurricane in South Charleston. George Washington right behind South Charleston, followed by Parkersburg, Woodrow Wilson, Riverside, and St. Albans. Yeah. And looking at the schedule for tomorrow, Hurricane opens up with Winfield, that Putnam County rivalry. Cabell Midland at St. Albans. Parkersburg will host Morgantown. Riverside at Woodrow Wilson. Spring Valley at Wayne. Johnson Central Kentucky at Capital. That's a big game tomorrow night. And, of course, the Highlanders of Huntington are open. Now Alexander flushed over on that left side, and he's going to be brought down by Caden Davis. So that time, downfield, nice job by the Black Eagles defensive backs covering the receivers. Alexander had nobody to throw it to, and he was running for his life there.
Yeah, Dunham back in the game, by the way. It looks like he's okay.
Yeah, it looked like he just maybe got a little stinger on that right shoulder.
Yeah.
Of course, he's got that left hand bandaged up where he had broke that thumb, and had a great interception in that first half.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. I would have made that play with 3 hands.
3rd and long for the Patriots. Alexander straight drop back. He'll get pressure once again. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll throw downfield. Ball is caught and out of bounds, shy of the first down. And
some activity back here. I don't know what they're doing here.
Well,
I think they're
did
checking
he
to see if
catch
he
it,
caught it,
or was he out of bounds? And now we've got a player down.
Let's see what's replay here
For the Patriots. As we take a look, nice job avoiding there. And I can't really tell on that camera angle. The Davis brothers said it's incomplete. The Caden and Donovan.
Yeah,
but they're spotting it over there like it was complete, so I'm not real sure. And now they're talking it over.
It looks like it's not where it would be, though, right? The ball, they haven't put it
well,
down yet, actually.
Where the
okay, I see him now over there. Okay, yeah.
Near the first down marker.
Yeah, he is spotting it. They're calling it a catch, it looks like. Yeah.
Personal foul on South Charleston. I didn't even see that.
And plus the catch, I guess? Yeah, go ahead.
Take a look at this replay again.
There's something back behind the quarterback, I guess.
Could have been
roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer. Our camera angle didn't pick it up. But anyway, another personal foul on South Charleston gives the Patriots a first down just inside Black Eagles territory.
Yeah, you can't do that, man.
South Charleston running players on and off, and they're going to have to call a timeout. Defensive coordinator Jeremy Hairston, his first year taking over as a coordinator for the Black Eagles. We'll take a quick break as well here. 6:28 to go here in the third quarter. South Charleston leading George Washington 21-7 right here on Video Productions.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Are your Saturday nights filled with boredom? Then let's go play bingo at the Dunbar Bingo Hall. Dunbar Bingo Hall is a local nonprofit organization located at 2605 Charles Avenue in Dunbar. They're open every Saturday night to the public with lots of great prizes for you to win.
Back at Courtside Black Eagles Stadium, 21-7, South Charleston leading. Patriots with a first down around midfield. Alexander straight back. He'll float one down the middle. And that will be intercepted by, looks like, that is Donovan Davis down the left side. He's got some blocking. He breaks it back to the middle and finally brought down by Wright. And another turnover for the Patriots. And South Charleston's back in business at the 45-yard line.
Jack, remember what you said before the game. You said that secondary is going to make it. I mean, it's gonna set the tone for this defense. Well, it really has.
They did not have a good scrimmage against Hurricane back on Saturday, and today a little bit different. As Alexander just kind of floated that one up like almost like a punt.
Yeah, it was definitely floated.
Donovan Davis right there to intercept it and return it back to the 45-yard line. First down for the Black Eagles. Dunn with the snap. He's looking for Turner. Goes up top.
Oh.
And nice catch.
What a catch.
Touchdown, wow. Black Eagles.
What a catch. And I think we're even going to get pass interference on defense on that play, too, and still made the catch. What a play.
A 45-yard touchdown. Let's see what the flag is for.
I'd imagine this is going to be.
And I'm thinking it.
Pass interference.
Pass interference on the defense.
What a play.
And a defender is still down on the ground for the Patriots.
That pass by Trey Dunn also beautiful there.
And 6'3", Wally Turner. And as we see it.
Right, in stride.
Defender never did turn around. I don't even think he saw the ball. And a 45-yard Trey Dunn to Wally Turner, Black Eagle touchdown. Puts them up by 27-7. As the defender is still down, and I didn't get a number. I believe it was number 18, Isaiah Price.
Yeah.
And it looks like he might be cramping now.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
Yeah, that was just a beautifully timed ball there as well. Great job fighting off the defender and getting that catch and getting a touchdown as well. Nice throw, too. I mean, that ball was put beautifully.
We'll take a quick break here. 27-7, 6:01 to go here in the third. South Charleston leading George Washington right here on Video Productions.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Are your Saturday nights filled with boredom? Then let's go play bingo at the Dunbar Bingo Hall. Dunbar Bingo Hall is a local nonprofit organization located at 2605 Charles Avenue in Dunbar. They're open every Saturday night to the public with lots of great prizes for you to win.
(27-7), South Charleston on top of George Washington after a Trey Dunn to Quali Turner 45-yard touchdown pass and reception. Sophomore Chase Edwards in to kick the extra point. The holder is Brian Flowers, and snap back. Ball is down. Ball is up, and he splits the upright 4 for 4 for the sophomore.
Looks like there's a flag.
And now we've got a
Jack.
flag. Let's see what this is about.
Maybe some extra activities after the play, possibly, or maybe jumping over the line.
The team stay out there. And it is a illegal procedure on South Charleston, so they'll have to re-kick it. So that'll push them back 5 yards. And Chase Edwards, a sophomore, comes over from the soccer team. He's got Coach Mays went and got him some soccer players.
Yeah,
he's had that in the past. They graduated, and Chase, I'm telling you what, this kid's got a strong leg, and you can see he does not kick off a block. He's kicking right off of the turf.
Yeah. We talked to him in practice. He's very hard on himself as well.
Yep. So they'll retry the extra point. Ball is down and up, and
there you go.
It's good.
Great job.
Nice job by Chase Edwards. And that makes 28-7, South Charleston leading George Washington with 6:01 here in the third. So the first drive was all on the ground.
Right.
They come back and they hit Quali Turner 45 yards through the air. So a little on the ground and through the air here for the first two possessions of South Charleston in the second half.
Yeah, it found a rhythm. I mean, that's what you want to do. You want to set the tone. As you know, the run game's going to set up the pass game. So if you're having success up front, you're able to run the ball at will, kind of lull in that defense a little bit, and then opens up downfield, putting a one-on-one position down here down the sideline by the Black Eagles, and just a nice play, nice throw and catch in stride. It was beautifully thrown by the freshman, and nice catch there as well by Turner.
So it looks like there might have been a penalty, and I did not see this either. They are moving it all the way up to the 45-yard line of the Patriots to kick off now. So you got to kind of pooch this one here.
Yeah, it's interesting, man.
Maybe an onside, maybe a hard liner at one of the upbacks.
There you go.
I see the Patriots have several receivers in that front line. Mazellan's up there, Isabel, as Flowers approaches it, and he does pooch it down to the 5-yard line. And
there you go. Nice hit. Nice hit.
Making that tackle is Braden Pates, a sophomore. Number 62 comes in and makes a good tackle there. Braden Pates. His teammates slap him around over there.
Fans wanting the right number here.
5:55 to go here in the third period. 28-7, South Charleston leading George Washington. Patriots take over on their own. Well, they set it just outside the 20-yard line. Two receivers near side. Trips to the top. Now they give. And there is nothing back there for the Patriots. And they are take a loss. And that South Charleston defense has been swarming all evening long.
Yeah, and there, like we said, there's been a bunch of freshmen making plays too. I mean, it's all-around effort from the secondary to the linebackers, and especially that D-line. It's just been spectacular.
They got about a 7-yard loss. It'll bring up 2nd and 17. Scoreboard says 2nd and 16. So under center now is Alexander. As Thompson goes in motion, they fake it to Thompson. Alexander keeps it up the middle. He'll get a couple yards.
Yeah, that same play they ran in the second quarter to get that 1 or 2 yards to keep the drive alive, trying to seem like throw the defense off of pressure there. Maybe do a quarterback draw, get a couple yards.
As Wagner comes off the field, gets a rest. And they got a couple freshmen in there on that interior defensive line now. Mari Lawton, the freshman, number 22 in there, along with number 34, Jason Barrett at the nose. Bosley, a sophomore, on that right tackle. Snap back again to Alexander, straight back. He dumps it off to Thompson, wide open underneath. He's got the first down, and it'll be brought down shy of the 40, around the 39-yard line. Nice play right there. As Thompson was wide open, and Alexander dumped it right down to him.
Yeah, and we've seen this out of Alexander. We know he has the ability. It's something we talked about before the game. It's something I talked about before, just talking about this matchup in general with other coaches and media members, is that Alexander, we know what he can do, and that's a perfect example. If he does settle in and is patient, he can get the play done.
First down for the Patriots. Once again, Alexander drops way back now. He'll get pressure, steps through a couple tacklers over on that left side and works his way up to about the 48-yard line.
That was some Houdini work there from Alexander. I mean, he should have been back, tackled back there for a really major loss. Just a great job again by Alexander making plays with his feet. He looks like he is exhausted after that play.
So it'll be second down, just shy of the first down marker. They spot the ball around the 48-yard line, just shy of the 49. Take a look right down the line on that camera angle. Snap back. Alexander will keep it. Work his way up the field, and nice run again down to the 39-yard line.
Patriots offensive line doing a good job again in this drive, but you're seeing a lot of wore-out Black Eagles out there, and plus they're also going for the ball more than they are tackling the guy. They need to be a little more fundamental on their tackling.
See Coach Hairston's rotating his defenders in and out of the game right now. First and 10, they give it to Wright over on the left side. He's got room. He'll work it outside and finally brought down by Shiley Kinney. And close to another first down for the Patriots. 2:35 to go on a running clock here in the third quarter.
Patriots continue to test those corners as well on the defense. If you notice, they're going more towards the corners than they are going up the middle where they can't find that success. And now they're showing that on this drive.
So it'll be second and short for the Patriots. Just outside the 30-yard line. They give it to Pinkerton. He'll get the first down and more. And keeps his feet and finally falls down. Down around the 15.
Went opposite that time. Went right up the middle there. That's probably the first time tonight, I would say, Jack, that they've had that type of run up the middle with a handoff to a running back outside of Alexander running the ball.
So another first down. Just outside the 15-yard line for the Patriots. Again, the give to Pinkerton right up the middle for a short gain.
Try to hold him here to a field goal attempt at least. Keep him out of the end zone.
Got to bring up second down and 7.
Got to think maybe Alexander might take this ball himself. Or maybe even set up some type of screenplay.
Ball's at the 13. He'll fake it. Now he's brought down in the backfield. He may have got 1 yard.
Pulled a Tony Romo there. Called the play.
And again, South Charleston continues to rotate their interior linemen in and out almost every play as Barrett checks out. And big Romello Taylor in there, 330 pounds in that nose position. Third down and 6 for the Patriots. Alexander. Oh, nice tackle there.
Wow. That was Boomer living up to his name again. Nice tackle by Boomer.
Boomer Solomon coming in, laying the boom there. They spot the ball just outside the 10-yard line. It's fourth down, and it looks like Hughes will jog out. Michael Hughes hit a 43-yarder in scrimmage there in the Gritorama.
That's very good.
There's no rush in the Gritorama on the kicking.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, that's.
I'd have to kick it 4 times before I get it there.
I would never hit it.
But that's the end of the third quarter. South Charleston leading George Washington 28-7. Here at Black Eagle Stadium again, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. Watching Black Eagle football right here on Video Productions.
Golf on an 18-hole championship course, including cart, for only $20 at Little Creek Golf Course in South Charleston. Every Tuesday for just $20. Play 18 holes on Little Creek's 6,096-yard layout of beautiful rolling Bermuda fairways and plush greens, making it the most picturesque golf course around. And all active and veteran military, along with all first responders, can play for only $20 every day. Little Creek Golf Course, just off Kanawha Turnpike in South Charleston. Details at cityofsouthcharleston.com.
Is your furniture so old the dog has stopped chewing on it? Then you need to get to Charleston Furniture Direct in Nitro. Charleston Furniture Direct does business differently than its competitors. We run a no-frills business in a clean, budget-friendly warehouse, which allows us to offer our name brand furniture 30 to 70% less than other retailers. For more information, search us on Facebook and be sure to check out our reviews.
Back here inside Black Eagle Stadium at the start of the fourth quarter, 28-7, South Charleston leading the Patriots of George Washington. Our good buddy Fred McPherson chimes in on Twitter on that penalty when South Charleston kicked off from the Patriots' 45-yard line. If we had forgot about the pass interference on that touchdown catch by Turner.
Yeah.
So they had the option. They took the penalty on the kickoff, and that's why they kicked off at the 45-yard line. Thank you, Mr. Fred McPherson.
Yeah, thanks, Fred. Appreciate that. Yeah, we totally forgot about the great play and then obviously the injury.
Fourth down, snap back to Alexander. He'll roll to his right, still looking, now floats it in, and ball is broke up right at the goal line.
Wow, nice.
And Romeo
is
there again.
That's nice.
Mr. Dunham.
Yeah. And, you know, we talked about his injury, and I had guys around here were saying, well, is this kid going to play? Well, he's came to play for sure. Very impressive.
He brings a lot of energy, as you see him down on the sidelines, to the game of football. And he is one of the vocal leaders, senior on this team.
I love that old school mentality. He's got that cast on his wrist and his arm there, and still playing, making plays. Love it.
It reminds me of myself.
Yeah?
I played with a broken left hand my
Wow.
junior year. I was out 5 games, played the last 5. Had that rubber cast on my left arm.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Davis, he'll spin move over on the near side, and now he'll get wrapped up by several Patriots, including Andrew Priest. Priest used to be here at South Charleston, transferred a couple years ago over to GW.
Kane, he just doesn't want to go down. I love the fight in that kid.
On both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
he gave up a fumble and then stripped it the very next possession for Patriots. He stripped it back out of the runner's hand. Got it right back for his Black Eagles. Never gave up. So second down and a long 8 for South Charleston. Snap back to Dunn. Sets back in the pocket now. Fires downfield to Kenny, and that one broken up by Isabel.
Nice throw. That was a nice throw.
That was a nice throw. Nice play defensively.
Yeah, that was.
Isabel and Kenny having words as they walk back to the line of scrimmage.
I think Kenny was letting him know, I got you. I had you beat. Nice play, catching up on that by the Patriots.
Anthony Wright back there as well for the Patriots. And I'm bringing up third down and long. Ten seconds on the play clock. And they've got to hurry here. It's down to 5. 4, and they just get it off, and a handoff to Davis. A big hole there, and a nice run up to the 20-yard line. And now they'll trot the punt team out. And you got to think the Patriots going to come after this one.
Yeah, I mean, this close to the end zone. I don't know if they were running maybe a little bit the play clock down, or I just couldn't get the play down, but you want to get this punt out. They've done a great job on special teams so far. Maybe pin them back as far as you can, and, of course, make sure you get the punt out and then make the tackle as you've done all night long.
So they drop back Isaac Isabel to about the 43, 42-yard line as Donovan Davis, a late entry for the Black Eagles, lines up on the right end. Snap back to Kasdorf, and he'll get the punt away. And it'll take another South Charleston bounce. And finally they'll...
another flag here, it looks like.
I'm not sure. 2 players getting into it over there. As the ball was downed just right around the 50-yard line. As we see what this penalty is about. 28-7, South Charleston leading George Washington.
I'll be interested to see what exactly the penalty yard total is going to be at the end of this one. A lot of flags. Romeo Dunham out there dancing. He's having a great time.
He's had a good game. North Marion defeated East Fairmont tonight.
Wow.
33-10. Fourth quarter, Wheeling Central 35, Williamstown 13. So a penalty was on South Charleston. The Patriots will start this drive around the 36-yard line. Alexander takes the snap. Drops back, and another nice job by the defensive backfield of South Charleston, giving South Charleston defensive line and the freshman Mari Lawton back there with the sack. And
like his brother on that play.
Yeah, Alexander looks like he might be shaken up a bit. He'll jog off and into the ballgame. Grady Adams, a sophomore quarterback, take over the QB duties for the Patriots. Two receivers here near side, two backs. And now that's going to be offsides on South Charleston. They were lined up in the neutral zone.
Take a look at this replay, Jack, from that sack earlier, just one play earlier. Nice play.
Lawton just too fast for that right side of the line. Zach Crayson, 6'3", 280, just cannot keep up.
No chance.
Second and long. And now they're after the quarterback again. They're going to get him again.
Wow.
And another freshman.
Look who it is.
Jason Barrett, the nose guard.
This kid has played outstanding tonight. I mean, this entire defense has, but this kid has just got after it.
And the fans on the home side, the Black Eagles fans, acknowledging a great effort tonight by the freshman nose guard, Jason Barrett. And I was watching this kid in preseason, and he was getting after it.
Yeah, I think I found one of my favorite guys on the defense through game one already. What effort on that play. Just blew through the offensive line again. Let's see if they can get another big play here.
3rd and a mile for the Patriots now. And a screen to the right side, and nothing going there. As that'll bring up 4th down for the Patriots. McAllister looked like another little screen there to McAllister, and South Charleston was all over that one as well.
Yeah, nice play again by the defense. Staying at home on the, you're going to see that in Tinsley offense, wide receiver screens, a lot of screen plays, playing off your quarterback. So
the punt team for George Washington, as Shiley Kinney drops back, Hughes in there to punt it. Snap is good, and kick is away. And they'll let that one bounce, and takes a nice roll. And that one is going to be pinned inside the 10-yard line, about the 6-yard line. The Black Eagles will take over with 7:38 to go, and leading 28-7 over the Patriots of George Washington.
Yeah, nice punt there, pinning South Charleston back again. Special teams has improved, I will say that, for the Patriots in the second half. Of course, you've had still a ton of penalties, and turnovers have still been a killer, but just a nice punt there.
So that last defensive series for South Charleston, a couple freshmen.
Yeah.
And Mari Lawton and Jason Barrett.
Yeah.
Of course, Mari, the younger brother of Zyke Lawton. Zyke went out with a leg injury early in the game after a 18-yard touchdown run. So it'll be South Charleston ball. Davis gets it near side, cuts it outside, and now
every flag in the
slew
stadium.
Of flags comes in, and I believe that's going to be a holding on South Charleston.
Yeah, even though you're up by 3 touchdowns, you still want to keep fundamentally sound football. Pulling back even further to the end zone here. Let's see what freshman Trey Dunn can do to get himself out of this position. I'd imagine if you're South Charleston, you're up by this much, you're just trying to give yourself and your punter A little more room, but of course you want that first down, but you want to be smart with the football here.
It'll be 1st and 15 from the 7-yard line. And give right up the middle.
Wow.
Again, Davis
Wow.
bounces off a tackler, still keeps his feet and finally brought down around the 9-yard line. That ball was cleared back around the 3-yard lines where they started.
Yeah, that's another tough run again by Caden Davis. And tonight, if there's a theme, it's toughness. I mean, they just played so tough tonight on both sides of the ball.
Well, the key to the game, and I talked to Coach Mays, and it all comes down to how physical you play.
That's right.
South Charleston, obviously, with a lot of talent on both sides of the ball, it's just they come out and play more physical than the other team. They're usually going to win a game, and tonight they have done that. There's another give there.
Clock continues to run, 6:27 left here.
And that's what they want here.
Yep.
Good crowd on hand, both sides. Patriots fans, a few of them filing out now. The student section emptying out over there. They were boisterous, both student section.
They're told
to begin the game.
I told the South Charleston student section they better be loud tonight on Twitter, Jack. I was calling them out.
So 3rd down and about 5, and they give it to Davis once again, and he is slowly working his way up the field, and now they finally blow the whistle.
What was that? Visible man hit him or something. I don't know what that was.
Well, that's 1,500-some pounds coming at you. And Elijah Williams only weighing 170 is what they put on here.
Like some type of Mortal Kombat effect or something.
Washington leading Hedgesville. 2:10 left to go in that ball game. 34-30 up in the Eastern Panhandle. The other AAA game going on tonight. 4th down and short here, maybe a couple. And South Charleston will take a timeout with 5:04 to go here in the 4th quarter, and we'll take a timeout as well. Black Eagles in command here over the Patriots, 28-7. You're watching Black Eagles football right here on Video Productions.
All In Auto Solutions is the Kanawha Valley's premier locally owned and operated detail shop. Whether it's the interior or engines, All In Solutions is committed to making your car look like new. Stop by or call today and see how All In Solutions can turn your old beast into a beauty.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations.
28-7, South Charleston leading George Washington. 5:04 to go here in the 4th quarter, and they come back out of the timeout and they'll punt it as Kasdorf gets that one away. And another nice bounce. Isabel will take it about the 46-yard line, gets upfield, finds some room over on that right side, coming down the right side, and he will take it all the way back for a touchdown. And a 54-yard touchdown. Punt return for Isaac Isabel.
Yeah, I don't know if that was just kind of falling asleep on that play or just a heads-up play by the Patriots to get downfield, get some blocks set, and he just went right down the sideline for a touchdown.
Isabel played it nicely off that bounce.
Coach Mays isn't going to be happy about that. They've been so sound on special teams all night long.
And he's talking to his punter. And you get that, and your punter probably didn't kick it to the right spot.
Yeah.
They may have had something set up to the right side, and he kicked it to the wrong spot. And
You have no one to tackle him at that point.
54-yard punt return for a touchdown by Isaac Isabel with 4:50 to go. South Charleston still in command, 28-14. Take a look at that replay here. That was a nice bounce, and Isabel picked it up and just outran the punt coverage of South Charleston down that right sideline for a touchdown for the Patriots. That's his second touchdown.
Yeah.
He's got a receiving touchdown earlier in the game.
Yeah, nice speed there, too. I mean, recognizing and not giving up on it. He could have just went right into somebody, but, took advantage of the blocking up front and just sped through those first two blocks, and he was off the races after that.
So you're going to look down at South Charleston, and you got to think they're going to put their hands team out there. Patriots have already tried it twice, just a line drive, kick it at that front line. So this time they put their hands team. Braden Pates runs out there. Tyson Rowe-Miller, Kenny, Joseph McAllister, Boomer Sullivan, along with Pates on that front line. As Hughes gets set, let's see what he does here. As he approaches the ball, and he line drive, and we've got a penalty offsides on George Washington. Ball was recovered by South Charleston.
GW obviously looking for at this point. You got a 4:48 left in the fourth quarter. You're down 2 touchdowns. You get the punt return for a touchdown. Now you're looking to get it back quickly. That would have been huge if they were able to recover that.
So here,
they must
do you have the option of taking the ball? And we need our guy Fred McPherson and Andy up here.
Let's see if he's available at Capitol.
Maybe he'll chime in again on Twitter. And apparently, I guess you do not have the option to take the ball, so they'll re-kick it. This time from the 35, and you got to think they're going to do the same thing. And they do, and right into the hands. I believe that's Pates over there again. Nope. There's Jaden Eastep, the freshman.
It's all you ask for if you're Mays and your staff. Just recover the onside kick, get back on offense, maybe make some things happen, run some more clock.
So Washington beats Hedgesville 34-30 up in the Eastern Panhandle. Wheeling Central, here's a final 35-13 over Williamstown. Sissonville was leading Chapmanville 24-0 at the end of the third quarter. So the Indians
expecting big things out of Sissonville in the Cardinal Conference.
They scrimmaged South Charleston earlier this year right here. As Dunn keeps this one. This is design. Gets through a couple of tacklers down to the 40-yard line. Nice run by the freshman quarterback, Trey Dunn.
Staying in bounds, too. That was the key. On the clock.
I've talked to him several times at practice, and he doesn't come across as a freshman.
Yeah, in the conversation with him on my show, and what I really liked about him is he made it about the team, and he just seems focused and just getting better every day, which is something that's all you can ask for as a freshman, and he's got to control this offense. He talked about that two-board system also they use down there on the sideline,
yep.
Jack, and he's very comfortable.
2 receivers up top. Single receiver down near side. Snap back they give to Davis, and he'll be wrapped up and pushes forward. And does he get the first down? He was close. I walked into the coach's office the other day, earlier this week, and I sat down with Coach Mays, and they've got this neat little, you've seen it, their conference table is a whiteboard. So they don't have to get up. They just sit there and draw their plays, all the coaches.
That's my type of table. I don't have to stand around.
I sat down here at the whiteboard and the coaches, and I pulled some notes up. Somebody had written 2 pages of notes.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, there's coaches' notes. These are scouting reports. And Mays looks at me and goes, can you read it? I'm like, yeah, man, this is great. He's like, I said, is this the scouting report on GW? He said, yeah, Trey Dunn wrote those.
Wow, that's impressive.
Like, really?
That's impressive. That's what you want out of your quarterback.
I'm telling you what, it was detailed.
Wow.
He had went and studied the film.
Yeah.
And he was writing every detail down of every one of those defensive
unbelievable.
Players, so.
That's great.
Pretty impressive there out of a freshman.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Plus, he also talked about the VR system they're using, too. So.
It's an amazing system.
Yeah.
Like playing a video game.
My son certainly enjoyed it when he was up here.
So they were short of the first down. Third down and less than a yard. As the play clock down below 5, they finally snap it. Dunn spins through a couple of tacklers. Nice run.
Wow.
And another tough run. We talked about toughness and being physical, and there you see it out of the freshman quarterback, Trey Dunn.
And in my conversation with him before, I said, are you one of those guys that go out of bounds, or are you going to take some contact? And he said, I'm all about that contact.
There you go.
Great
His
job.
family sitting directly in front of us here below our broadcast booth.
Yeah. Gotta love that.
2:47 on a running clock here in the final period. 28-14, South Charleston leading crosstown rival George Washington. 1st and 10 for the Black Eagles. Snap back, they give it to Caden Davis. He'll work it over on the left side. Here comes a flag down.
So I'm gonna have some
tell you
holding.
what. And Romello Taylor. And he went over to the ref. Just kind of tapped him on the back. Come on, man. So a holding penalty on the Black Eagles will back them up and they place it down at the 42-yard line. It'll remain first down. Stick around after the game for the post-game show. Try to get Coach Mays up here. We were trying to get a wireless mic down to the field, couldn't get it going, so hopefully we can flag him down and
get him up here.
He'll sprint up the steps for us. Ball's given to Davis once again. He's wrapped up, and he'll go nowhere. It'll be 2nd and long for the Black Eagles. Under 2 minutes to go.
Just keep running that clock if you're the Black Eagles.
We'll have a player of the game and post-game report. That's brought to you by the City of South Charleston. They do a wonderful job here in so many ways for this city. Mayor Frank Mullins.
Great guy. I had him on the show a couple times.
Fairmont Frank is what my dad called him when he coached him. Dunn, he'll keep it and puts his nose right up in the middle. It'll be 3rd down and long now. That clock continues to wind down, close to 65 seconds now. And South Charleston is in no hurry as they'll take their time. I believe they got one more timeout left, but they need to take that if they want to take the play clock all the way down. I don't figure they will. They'll snap it with as little as possible on that play clock.
Take a knee here should be it.
Yep. They snap it, and they give to Davis, and he'll stick his nose up in the middle there, and they'll bring him down with 23 seconds to go, and that should do it. So the Black Eagles will open up the 2019 campaign with a 28-14 victory over George Washington here at Black Eagles Stadium. As the home fans stand up on their feet, and the teams will shake hands. And a 28-14 victory for the Black Eagles to start things off. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with The post-game report brought to you by the City of South Charleston. You're watching Black Eagle football right here on Video Productions.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Is your furniture so old the dog has stopped chewing on it? Then you need to get to Charleston Furniture Direct in Nitro. Charleston Furniture Direct does business differently than its competitors. We run a no-frills business in a clean, budget-friendly warehouse, which allows us to offer our name brand furniture 30 to 70% less than other retailers. For more information, search us on Facebook and be sure to check out our reviews.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
All In Auto Solutions is the Kanawha Valley's premier locally owned and operated detail shop. Whether it's the interior or engines, All In Solutions is committed to making your car look like new. Stop by or call today and see how All In Solutions can turn your old beast into a beauty.
Play golf on an 18-hole championship course, including cart, for only $20 at Little Creek Golf Course in South Charleston. Every Tuesday for just $20. Play 18 holes on Little Creek's 6,096-yard layout of beautiful rolling Bermuda fairways and plush greens, making it the most picturesque golf course around. And all active and veteran military, along with all first responders, can play for only $20 every day. Little Creek Golf Course, just off Kanawha Turnpike in South Charleston. Details at cityofsouthcharleston.com.
Are your Saturday nights filled with boredom? Then let's go play bingo at the Dunbar Bingo Hall. Dunbar Bingo Hall is a local nonprofit organization located at 2605 Charles Avenue in Dunbar. They're open every Saturday night to the public with lots of great prizes for you to win.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience.
He had one in the first half.
Welcome back inside Black Eagle Stadium. Final score, South Charleston 28, George Washington 14. And South Charleston gets the opening victory here on the 2019 campaign with an impressive showing, especially in the second half when they came out. Brandon, we talked about what they were going to do when they came back out at halftime, and they turned it out that first possession on the ground.
Yeah, I think that was important to continue to establish a running game. I thought in the first half they did a good job of punching them in the mouth up front. We talked about toughness. South Charleston came out here and played extremely tough. A lot of times you get that initial touchdown in that first possession of the second half, especially if you're leading. That can sometimes be a dagger. Even though you have a lot of time, it takes a lot out of your opposition. So I thought, as you said, Jack, that first possession was huge to come out of the locker room at halftime, establish what's been working for you, really just bully ball up front and just power them out. That was something I told you and I kept talking about during the broadcast was I want to see what that's going to be like up there between these two teams and offensive line, and most importantly, what the South Charleston D-line is going to do to GW's offensive line. And they showed out, and, hats off to them the first game of the season.
Post-game report brought to you by the City of South Charleston. We take a look at, unofficially, the stats of the game, and Caden Davis, 2 touchdowns tonight, 22 carries, 68 yards averaged. Just under 4 yards a carry, but a lot of that was physical yards inside the tackles for Mr. Davis. Trey Dunn, 9 rushes tonight, 25 yards. And then Zyke Lawton, 2 rushes before he went out, 21 yards, 18-yard touchdown run for Zyke Lawton. Passing, Dunn, just 6 of 11, 124 yards. He did have that one mistake, that interception, but a 45-yard touchdown to Quali Turner in that second possession of the second half.
Yeah, and, you're going to have those type of mistakes, the freshman quarterback. I know we talked about how organized he was and, the scouting report and the toughness of the kid. And to be honest, I've seen a lot of kids come in their first game and make a lot more mistakes and not move. The key was he was moving his offense. He was getting the plays. He was making the proper checkdowns. And ultimately, it's what you want out of your freshman quarterback in your first game. I mean, as a coach, you dream of your freshman quarterback coming out and throwing for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. But, this kid came out. He managed the game. He was smart at the end of the game as well. Didn't try to force anything. Ran the clock down. And just did what his coaches told him. It was impressive performance by Trey Dunn.
For GW, Alexander, 16 attempts on the ground, 37 yards for Alexander Wright with 5 carries for 20 yards. Through the air, RT Alexander, 11 of 23, 96 yards, 1 touchdown. That was to Isaac Isabel. And then had 3 interceptions. GW, I believe, with 5 total turnovers tonight for the Patriots. Receiving for the Patriots, Braden McAllister with 2 catches, 46 yards to lead the Patriots. Again, Isabel with that touchdown catch, and then Isabel with that 54-yard punt return for touchdown. So 2 touchdowns tonight for the senior Isaac Isabel for the Patriots. And like you said, he looks like a pretty good player.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the Patriots here, they just had a tough time imposing their will on offense. I mean, and you got to give it up for RT Alexander. He did give his all. I mean, you saw him at one point. He had to go off the field. He was taking a lot of hits, whether it was in the option game or whether he was just getting sacked in the backfield. But, that's something that I'm sure was on that scouting report. It was something Donnie Mays wanted to make sure happened was contain this Alexander kid because we know what he brings to the table, and we know what he did previously at St. Albans with Scott Tinsley, and these guys were familiar. So, Tinsley knew what he could do with Alexander, and Donnie Mays knew that as well, and they did a good job of scouting that, and, the coordinators and everybody just came together. It was just a great performance by defense. Running the ball and defense was the name of this game.
Speaking of defense, and we've got our City of South Charleston player of the game, and we're going to have 2 players of the game because you and I couldn't decide which one. So you've got one, and I've got one, and who do you have?
Well, I have the freshman Jason Barrett, number 34. I mean, that kid was just flying up the middle of the line. It seemed like he lived in the backfield. I told you he's probably one of my favorite players on defense. Now, if I make it over the practice time to tell him that, I'm going to tell him. I don't know if Coach will let me do that because I might get his ego up a little bit. He is a freshman, but see, I love that kid. I love the way he plays. It was between him and Romeo, Donna, because of the toughness of Romeo that he played tonight, making that spectacular interception and just making some big plays. But I'm just going to give
with the cast on his arm.
With the cast on his arm. So it was a toss-up there. I guess I'd probably give like an honorable mention there to Romeo, but I just got to give it up to the freshman. But I thought he was phenomenal.
He did a wonderful job here first night, as several freshmen did for Coach Donnie Mays, especially on that defensive line. Mari Lawton stepped up big tonight. Mondrell Dean, another freshman, has a big game tonight. And, of course, Trey Dunn at quarterback. We've talked about him all game long. What a wonderful job he has done. But my player of the game, City of South Charleston player of the game, would have to go to sophomore linebacker and running back Caden Davis, and well of a game tonight. for the sophomore, Mr. Davis. Just the toughness on that offensive side, running the ball between the tackles all night, and then on defense, making some plays, including a strip fumble there after he had fumbled.
Yeah.
And next possession, he gets it right back for his team. So a wonderful job by Caden Davis. So that's our players of the game, brought to you by the City of South Charleston. Caden Davis is my player of the game. For Brandon, it is freshman nose guard Jason Barrett. So now we step forward. Next week gets a little bit harder as South Charleston travels to Laidley Field and takes on the Cougars at Capital.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and again, you got to keep an eye out for that Capital game.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah, Johnson Central, Kentucky. You know, Ryan Pritt and I, because that Mel kind of talked about that matchup. We're really going to kind of see what Capital has just in that game. And I know that says a lot because we know Johnson Central is a great program out of Kentucky. It's a powerhouse. It's going to say a lot about what Capital brings to the table. I'm certainly going to keep an eye out on that matchup. But what I'm hearing is Capital isn't, you know, they're not getting as much hype. I mean, I know that Wally's and Wimpy's, they picked as number 3 in the conference. But, you know, a lot of people, I think, tend to think they might be down this year just because Kerry Martin's departure and a couple kids not there any longer with the program. But, you know, Chance Knox is a kid that I really like a lot. And I think
still got his Kerry's younger brother,
Carry on. They got a lot of pieces, and, you know, it's going to be interesting. In the quarterback position, I think, is what's going to be interesting. I want to see what they do at the quarterback position, obviously. But they're going to be tough, and it's on the road. I mean, you got to go up there to Laidley Field. They always play well in front of their home crowd, so we'll see what happens. It'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be an exciting time. Again, Johnson Central, Kentucky comes to town tomorrow night at Laidley Field to take on the Cougars at Capital, and that'll be a good one tomorrow night. If those in the Valley want to take in a game, that's one. Spring Valley opens up at Wayne, Riverside, and Woodrow Wilson will tangle tomorrow night. Parkersburg entertains Morgantown, Cabell Midland at St. Albans on Friday night. And then Winfield and Hurricane, the rivalry down there in Putnam County. Of course, Winfield, a Class AA, will take on the Redskins of Hurricane in their opener tomorrow night at Hurricane. So that rounds out the Mountain State Athletic Conference matchups for the first week of the 2019 season. So that wraps it up here at Black Eagle Stadium. And I'll tell you what, Brandon, I've had a wonderful time.
Yeah, it's been great. First game of the season. Of course, we're going to see more, but, man, I'm excited. A great start for the South Charleston Black Eagles.
Football's back.
That's right. I'm excited.
We're having a fun time and a big victory tonight for South Charleston. And we'd like to thank all of our sponsors, including City of South Charleston, for the post-game report and the players of the game. And, again, we want to thank all of the sponsors for South Charleston football this year. And give a thank you to our producer tonight, Mr. Cameron Strobel, our cameramen, and everyone involved tonight. Even our statistician here up in the booth, Mr. Dave Selby, did a wonderful job tonight for us. Mr. Selby, yeah, thumbs up to him as see you next week exactly. So I want to thank everybody, including Coach Mays and all the administration, Bryce Castor, the athletic director here at South Charleston. So until next week, Brandon, had a fun time.
That's right, me too, and I can't wait to see what they do against Capital, man.
There we go. Be back next Friday at Capital at Laidley Field for a 7:30 kickoff. It'll be South Charleston taking on the Cougars. For here, again, thank you, Brandon Lowe. My name is Jack Withrow. Thank you for joining us here tonight inside Black Eagle Stadium. A final score, the Black Eagles of South Charleston 28, the Patriots of George Washington 14.